Hello, baby gangsters. This is Calvin, also known as Ormer, and this is my first ever playthrough of Honkai Star Rail, and I believe this is the 3.8 quest for Honkai Star Rail. I'm fairly sure. We'll find out eventually. If we start going to Arcadia right away, I'll know. I'll back out of the game. But Sunday's talking to us, and he said Miss March 7th has been looking for you everywhere. I think she wants to develop photos on duty again?
I don't know the details either, but she told me that if I see you, I should remind you to check your messages.
Check the message, okay.
She also said that some things you missed are actually extremely important.
What's that mean? Where are you? There's a gift for you. Come quick. A gift? What? Yeah, what the hell? What gift? Oh, just come over. Someone's making a sparkly return today. You haven't forgotten it, have you? Who? Sparkle? Okay. So, another one, the same one. Is this the 3.8 quest? Because this is Welcome to Arcadia, right? So this must be it. Right? I guess so. I mean, I'll assume. I'll assume it is. I'll assume. Okay, let's go. Because usually they're like orange, right? But like, I guess not.
Of course I like it. Big Sis Dahlia always knows what's on my mind.
Wait, did I miss something with this as well? Because I don't remember interacting. Well, we did interact with her in some ways, but like Dahlia's here? And they're calling her Big Sis? What's happening? Dahlia's the Duke Inferno gal, right? What? Because she was part of the Everflame Mansion, right? What is happening here? Why is Dahlia stuff like, I mean, like, you know, cool, but like, still, why?
So that means we'll be companions again on the next Trailblaze
No. So, okay, I was so worried for a second, like, I was so worried. So the fact that they're saying this, like, I feel like I would know, like, if they went on a Trailblaze mission together, you know what I mean? What is happening? I just standing there.
I deliberately picked up my pace for that. Though,
oh my
sadly,
god.
I still missed out on something.
This is Everflame Mansion, like one of the survivors of the Everflame Mansion, right?
Indeed. Had you joined the Amphorean expedition, it would have made a lot of things easier.
Okay, that's how I know things are weird, because again, it's not like we missed something in between there. Like, they're talking about like how we knew her before the Amphorean expedition. She was behind the scenes during Penacony, but like, what?
Oh, you're finally here. Big Sis Dahlia has been asking about you non-stop.
Big Sis Dahlia. Big Sis Dahlia is what we're saying here. There we go. Yeah, great. Okay, guys, you have no idea what happened in my mind there. I literally was like, wait, what? What? And then like, I paused for a second. I was like, should I double check? Yeah, it's so, I was like, what the hell? I was so confused. Is this senior member I haven't met before? But I guess that's what they want you to feel.
Whoa. Have you gone mad? Did you forget that we should never mention words like old or senior in front of Big Sis Dahlia?
March, Stella's understandably probably confused as heck right now. So understandably so. Oh my god, the beauty mark? Oh, the claws on that. Well, I know they're like accessories.
She's just been on a roll with these kinds of jokes lately.
But they're like claws. It's so cool. Like the long, like gold, like accessory nails. They're so cool. Oh my god, they're so cool.
No worries. It's okay if she forgot. She's always preferred the latest new thing. Maybe she picked up that
What are you
bad
doing?
habit
What?
from
No,
me.
come on. What is happening? The way she's hiding her face as well, by the way. Oh my god, man. This outfit's so cool. This outfit is so cool.
Long time no see. Now, Does anything ring a bell?
The Elegant Nameless. She looks seriously so cool. Like the long, like, and they make sure to make it so that it's purely long black straight hair, right? Like really straight. The beauty mark is really cool too. The gold trim going through like her horns. Does she have horns? Something's not right. What did you do? The Annihilation Gang, Everflame Mansion. That's insane. It's Everflame Mansion, right? I haven't seen you before. Something's not right. What did you do? Okay, so I should get used to the idea in Honkai Star Rail by now, the fact that, like, sometimes things will be very confusing because this game deals so much in the idea of memoria and, you know, memories being erased, cycles, and all these different things that, like, I feel like when I do get confused in the future, I can probably be like, okay, maybe the confusion is okay. You know what I mean? Like, it's supposed to be there. Like, we just had the Holy Grail mission where, like, at the start, I was also like, wait, did I miss something, you know?
What's wrong?
She generally has such a different vibe to her than most characters, right? She stands out. She stands out, like, really, really strongly. I think it is maybe just, like, the hair feels very kind of, like, it's straight and flowing and, like, you know, but it's also at the same time, too, you can tell it has, like, this, like, I don't know what you call it. It feels like it has a life of its own in some way, the way, like, every part, I know that's, like, how the wind works, but I'm saying in terms of this character style, they're deliberately moving every, like, strand of hair in a different direction sometimes. Annihilation Gang, Everflame Mansion.
But what? Don't tell me. You forgot something?
It appears so. I love your voice. I haven't seen you before. Yeah.
Who exactly are you?
Absolutely great question.
What's gotten into you? Did Amphoreus give you amnesia? How could you forget about Big Sis Dahlia?
It's so crazy that, like, I don't know, like, I love that this is what gave it away fully. It was like, it was March calling her Big Sis. It's like, really? Like, why are we calling her Big Sis? What's happened?
She was the one who helped you suppress the rampaging Stellaron back at the space station.
No, that was that Welt? Yeah, that was Welt.
I didn't leave the Express at that time.
No. We're not erasing history. That's such a special moment. No. That's such a special moment in the history of our character. That Welt introduction is one of the best introductions for a character ever. Change it back. What is happening?
Exactly. What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with me? Anything else she did?
Totally. It was Big Sis Dahlia who dealt the final blow to that Lord Ravager the first time we went to the Cienjo. You haven't forgotten something that big.
That was him. That wasn't it Don Hung?
That was why Big Sis Dahlia had to go back to the garden to recover and couldn't join us in Penacony.
Was that not Jinyuan and Don Hung?
Correct. Lady Dahlia has been trailblazing with us for a while now. She's the most ambitious, talented of the Nameless.
What? Who? Welt? Those ambitious and talented of the Nameless? This is so weird, man. This is so weird, but it's intentionally weird.
No need for reminders from us. She has spent more time with the Dahlia than anyone else.
The Dahlia, by the way. The Dahlia.
Why don't you let her diagnose you? She's the Express's resident expert when it comes to matters regarding memories.
That's Black Swan. Black Swan is our memory girl. No! What are you doing? Black Swan's the memory gal.
This is a pressing concern. We'll save the welcome party for later. Lady Dahlia, if you would.
What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? The flame tail is so sick. Oh my god. Oh, she must be so... Marcella's so confused right now. This is crazy. Oh no, yeah, it's messing with our mind.
Oh, come on. Don't just stand there. Hurry up and get over here. It's not like this hasn't happened before. Leave it to Big Sis Dahlia. It'll be fine.
No, this must be so... This must be, like, again, physically painful, but also, like, mind-bendingly, like, crazy right now.
I concur. If there's an issue with memories, then we'd better not waste any time.
Why are you all...
Oh my god, we only have... They love doing this as well in Honkai Star Rail, giving us one choice. Alright, coming.
No.
It's not right.
This isn't right.
It's legitimately not right, Stell. Kafka? What is... Oh my god, Kafka, thank God. Thank the Lord. Thank Gadrilla.
You'll face betrayal, lose your way, and seek answers.
Yeah?
It was a wish from the cosmos that set you in motion. And in the tale where you
This is what she said to us before, right?
The stars themselves will defy the destiny of finality.
It is a wish of the cosmos that you set you in motion. Yeah, and I always associate with this with the idea that like the cosmos needed Stell, and a tale where you are the protagonist, the stars themselves will defy destiny of finality. So she's gonna be able to defy what finality means. I'm gonna screen this anyway just to have it again.
Hang on.
That's so Kafka, our mother broke us free. She's a scary character. Look at her, she's terrifying. Run. Run. What did you do to them? Oh my god, what the hell?
Well, this is quite unusual. Your memories are quite tricky. Is someone protecting those memories?
Who could be protecting our memories? Well, like, we know that Sunday can work with memories like that, right? Maybe Black Swan as well?
Let's try again, then.
Could it be Kafka? Could it be Elio? Stop. And we're back here again. Do you think it could be Sunday or Kafka protecting our memories or something? Where are you? Miss Black Swan is about to say goodbye to us. What? No, why is Black Swan leaving right now? She's leaving? Oh, just come over, hurry. This is masterfully done. This is Black Swan's not even there. Black Swan is not even there. Black Swan is not even in that location. She's not in that general vicinity. You cannot trick me. I know Black Swan. Where's Sunday? Sunday! Jade, help! Jade, help! Call Aventurine! Call someone! Please, quick, Jade! Oh god, they're still there. Jade, quick! Is anyone else here? Asking Jade for help, that's how low we've gotten. Pom Pom, do you see what's happening here? Look at this.
Destiny is much like memory.
No.
Since it twists and turns like a maze, even the vastness of the cosmos isn't too great for those fated to
You know what's so frustrating about this? Not frustrating, but like very sad about this as well, is that like from Stella's perspective and our perspective, right? Himiko and Welch are the ones that we like look to sometimes as like our like parental guidance sometimes. March and Dan Hong are like our rock. So like seeing them be like confused like this, like you know, it seems like someone's messed with their memories, it seems. Because again, they talk about our memories being protected. It's very like probably for Stella probably like extremely worrying. For us it's very worrying. This feeling of like those are like usually the ones we like lean on, you know?
Perhaps we'll meet again soon.
You're finally here. Lady Black Swan has something urgent, and you almost missed
The way they're
her.
doing the angles here with Dahlia are really, really fantastic too. Like with they're usually showing a lot of her smile, and in a lot of ways too, it makes her feel very kind of sinister in some ways. How many times has this happened already? Because apparently she might be doing it over and over again.
Now's not the time for jokes.
Oh my god, Marge, please.
We didn't have to be this direct. Guess there's no point in wasting any more effort, right?
Oh my god, so maybe it wasn't them exactly. Maybe it was like maybe she was using them as like parts like of her memory or something like that. But how can she do that? Like she just set them up in flames.
Your memories are truly extraordinary. It's as if they exist beyond the bounds of time itself.
Oh my god, the eyes as well. Look at her eyes.
But why not take memory so seriously.
Where's this? This is an incredibly terrifying start to a mission.
Welcome. Would you like me to dim the lights more?
I'd like to know what's happening, to be honest. Like, again, the setting's fantastic, Dahlia, but still, I'd like to know what's going on.
Don't worry. I haven't harmed your companions. What you've seen stays between us.
Okay, that's at least something that's an ease on our mind, right? So they're not just being tricked. Who exactly are you? Just what is this place? Is both good questions.
I'd feel a bit hurt if I didn't leave any impression on you at all. My name is Constance, an ordinary
Oh,
memo.
she's a memo keeper.
If you'd like, you can do what everyone else does and call me the Dahlia for now.
They probably did. She probably was a memo keeper already. Like they said she's a memo keeper. But again, it's one of those things. Like the way we play this game, like there's gonna be little bits and pieces that I don't remember. Like we met her, Jesus, probably last. It could be like last September, even the last time we heard from her. So what is this place? This music as well. Mysterious, but like classy and kind of like a little bit like Haunted Mansion theme.
It's a bit complicated to explain. But through certain methods, I've brought you into my own heart.
To her heart. This setting is superb. It does feel like it's not in the real world, right? Look at the cat. Look at the cat. Do you see the cat over there?
We could be watched if we met anywhere else. This is the only place where I can feel safe sharing secrets that should stay between us. Let me apologize. I thought that becoming someone you are familiar with would make things easier. Or simpler.
So she thought she'd become Black Swan? You seem to know a lot about my past and make things easier? Yeah, so there's something she has to do here as well. Again, this design is so like, again, I'm talking about like the beauty spot, the eyes, the straight black hair with the kind of horns with the gold trim. Like there's something, it's like super, super like elegant and fancy, but there's like always like something that's like kind of like otherworldly, kind of like angelic about it. I don't know, it's interesting. There's like a sinister nature and there's also like a very like bright and clean nature to it, you know what I mean? It's really, really interesting. It is.
Take it easy. That's exactly why I came to find you. All your questions will be answered.
Every time you speak, it sounds like you're like making fun of me. This music is so good.
Let's start with the first question.
Shattered
Now,
mirror.
Slowly turn around.
What are you looking? Where are you going? Where are you going? What? Okay, leave her alone. What did you do?
And witness your own death.
What is wrong with you? What is
How
wrong
does
with
it
you,
feel
Dahlia?
to see your own corpse like this?
Why?
I know death doesn't faze the nameless. It's practically just another day at the office for you.
I can't even admire that you have really stylish shoes. I can't even admire right now because all I'm seeing is Stell's dead corpse on the ground. Why would you do this?
So don't worry. This scene isn't real. It comes from something you're all too familiar with.
I am like shaking. Like what?
This was foreseen by the script. It's another possible ending for you in
Wait.
Penacony. But it was prevented by the Stellaron Hunters long
They're keeping
ago.
us alive. They are keeping us alive. Also, by the way, the cat eyes once again, just like in the Exitole 8 as well, right? With the whole thing of like, it's seen through their eyes. My ideas were at the time was that the cat in the thing was either a stand-in for Elio. It was like they used it somehow to see the script, in some ways. Or I even said like I think it could be possibly that like this could be like the way that like a stand-in, like this is the way like Elio represents themselves, right?
It's a tomorrow that never came. In other words, it's a non-existent memory.
Sure. How do you know about the script? Yeah, like you seem to know quite a bit about the Stellar Hunters.
Actually, I'm one of them.
What? Well, you're not Everflame?
That's quite the incredulous look. Like the others, I can't reveal too much. Even if we are hidden in this place, We can't escape from omnipresent destiny.
Okay, so I didn't know she was a Stellar Hunter. Also, like, Stell's corpse still being in frame here is so dark. But I think it's the intention. It's like she has no qualms about showing us this as well, but why would she show us this right now?
But I trust you won't be surprised by a Stellaron Hunter's sudden visit. After all, that's what our two groups are. The Astral Express travels in pursuit of the light, casting long shadows in its wake. I'm here to tell you only one thing. Your memory of Penacony is incomplete.
How does that work?
A part of it has already been stolen.
Which part? Why though? Why? I know like Stell's memories are valuable, but like maybe that's why? This music is so beautiful. So someone freaking... Oh god. Who did? No, here's the thing. I'm not gonna say my memories are completely intact because, like, you know what the thing is? In this game, I believe it. In this game, I believe someone might have taken my memories. You know what I mean? If this was the start of the game, if this was like, you know, Xian Shou and someone said this to me, I'd be like, okay, how? Right? Or I'm still saying how or why, but like, it's one of those things where I think I would be more likely, like, you know, to be like, you know, what the hell? How is that possible? But now it's like one of those things where it's like, why would they do this? That's crazy, but also, I believe it. You know, I do believe it.
That's hard to say for now. But the gravity of the situation is clear. Someone might have made you forget some critically important information.
Why and how and who?
Either way, I must help you recover everything about the finality.
Finality. My memories are completely intact.
It's not surprising. Have you ever kept a gentle pet? They can always guess what's on your mind, always actively trying to please you.
I have cats, so that's not what happens. They are always actively trying to get me to please them. You know what I mean?
Memories work the same way, if you ask me. Once your brain discovers a void in your memories, it'll carefully fill in the gap on its own, whether you need it or not.
Again, psychologically, I actually believe this too. With like, you know, you're like, it's a phenomenon, right? That in some cases, like, you know, your brain will help you like forget stuff as well in real life. So I can totally imagine the idea of like it being realistic that your brain would also fill in the gaps of something that you forgot, if it doesn't want to be like hurt by the idea of you forgetting that. You know.
I will keep my promise. I will awaken your memories and save the cosmos's future.
Wait, so this finality that she's talking about here. Finality is the like end, right? It's like the end of the like a possible end of the world.
Perhaps I can also take this chance to peek into your past, which, if you ask me, should be quite interesting.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I won't do anything inappropriate. It's just strictly business.
Sure. At this point, sure. Okay.
Please, let me touch you a little bit. It's the only way I can probe through memories.
I say finality as well, because I was thinking like finality is like the end of like a path, right? It's like the end of a path, but this doesn't have to, like, but you can't just like reach it a finality, right? Like, sorry for getting sidetracked here, but like you can't just, well, it's not sidetracked, it's on topic, but like, while a finality could be like, well, Iron Tomb ends, you know, everything, but if isn't a finality, because we were saying finality is like related to Neon in particular, right? But it's also like the idea, because I was thinking like maybe it's like the idea that like, you know, the final end of a journey, but I think it's also like, you know, it's finality is like the end. It's like the end of something, right? So that means would it relate to? But it's saying it's relating to our memories of Penacony. So maybe it's one of those things where like our memories in Penacony, somehow we forgot about the idea of a finality. But how would that work? Like, Is it a memory about preventing finality rather than the actual finality itself?
You'll need some gentle stimulation
sure we'll
to recover
realize.
your forgotten memories. So brace yourself.
I'm sure we'll realize this time is going on.
Let us now go back to where it all began and see what exactly went wrong.
Man, she has a great, she's great facial animations.
Take it
Oh,
slow.
there's the red eyes again.
Don't let the memories overwhelm you, and don't worry about getting lost. Remember my voice. Remember the touch you feel at this moment. It will guide you back to
So it's
me.
like your voice is like and your touch is like a tether.
So, what did you see?
Huh? Firefly?
Seems like a rough start. Don't worry. Chaos is pretty normal in the
Why
beginning.
did I see Firefly?
Can you still remember where this journey began? Penacony, the land of the dreams, located in the Memoria-rich Asdana star system.
I remember this so specifically. I think this was the time when we were like talking about like who got a room at one point as well, because like Don Hong didn't accept his room, right?
At that time, a grand celebration of the harmony was about to begin. And as fate would have it, an invitation found its way into your
Yeah, right. And the
hands.
invitation was sent by, wasn't sent by who we thought it was.
The family's esteemed guests are cordially invited to Penacony to participate in our grand celebration. Witness the impossible in the realm of dreams. Find the legacy of the Watchmaker, father of Penacony, and thus the answer
Yes.
to the question, why does life
This is such a
slumber?
cool, like, you know, I know it's like, it's again chaotic and it's like us like looking back on our like memories in a very, you know, sinister way, a very crazy way. But this is kind of a cool, like, you know, flash back, you know? To the time of Penacony.
There, you encountered Adventurine, an IPC executive who appeared to be answering the invitation alone, but was actually there
Yes.
to reclaim lost
So give me a good recap here, right? Yeah, I remember this as well. Yeah, he was like attempting for the IPC to gain back parts of the prison, right?
He desperately sought allies, attempting to tip the family's scales with himself alone.
I remember he entered a beauty pageant at the time as well and won.
And then
Ah!
there was Sunday, the former head of
This
the
is
Oak
crazy.
family. A pathstrider of the Order who would soon usurp the power of the Harmonious Choir and become your enemy.
This is incredible because it does shoot into your heart because I remember these moments so specifically. But like it's so crazy how like if you compare this part in chapter 1 of Penacony to chapter 2, how crazy chapter 2 became. It's like the world changed so quickly in Penacony by the time from when we got there from like chapter 2. You know what I mean? Like this image right now is cursed in a way because we know like what Sunday was plotting and Robin like, you know, was about to go through something very traumatic with her brother as well, you know?
There was also his sister, the renowned
The goat.
Robin. She was meant to perform on stage, but got caught up in a series of unfortunate events, and in the end, found herself as lost as any bystander.
Lemony Snicket's over here.
Oh my. Have there been gaps in your memories from the very beginning? This is
Wait.
quite troublesome. Where should we
Wait,
begin?
is this not right?
All right. Let's start with her. You
No.
must remember
Wait, so this wasn't accurate?
that girl who called herself an artist and was hunted
Yeah,
down
Firefly.
by the family. Of course, her true identity is no longer a secret.
Your buddy.
What you see as a first encounter is actually a long-awaited reunion for her. Let's begin our story here. Think of that girl who could neither enter dreams nor wished to wake.
Why okay, I'm just gonna go with the flow.
Why did she slumber with you?
Oh,
Is this
what dreams are?
Oh. Firefly in this form as well?
I can't see anything. Can't hear anything. Nothing exists except darkness.
So we're actually gonna get to play as Firefly here.
I don't understand. Why do people long for this darkness?
Oh, there's Silverwolf, like from Extole 8, right?
Don't move yet. It's going to hurt real bad.
Is the surgery over?
Surgery she was having. You can see all the cables connected to her as well, right?
Yeah. As expected, you can't recover the ability to dream. Even after paying such a heavy price, we only get one shot at this.
It's fine. One chance is all I need.
Was this pre going into Penacony at the time, before she met Stell again?
Is there anything else I need to do?
Just don't die.
Yeah, 100%. And that's the care that the Stellar Hunters have for each other as well, right?
Take a breather. Once the calibration is done, I'll let you officially enter the dream.
And then I'll be able to enter that land of dreams.
We remember, like, with Penacony was one of the few places that Firefly got to feel normal, right? She got to feel, not normal, I don't mean to say normal because that's so upsetting to say, but you know what I mean? For her, it was one of those places where she felt like she was like herself. She didn't have to worry about herself fading away or becoming less tied to the world. Yeah. And of course, meeting up with Stell as well was also like a huge part of her time there also. If they changed stuff about that for the worse, I'm going to be so upset. It's one of my favorite relationships in this entire game.
Don't get your hopes up. It's just a nickname. Your dream might not come true.
I've been waiting for this day.
Yeah, I'm just going to let this, because I think this is going to be very confusing until we get to, like, this is one of those stories that feels like until we get to the end of this entire mission, I feel like we're going to be confused. So I'm just going to let it kind of, like, take me for a ride for most of it. We'll try and decipher stuff as much as possible, but I will definitely, like, kind of, like, let it take me. You know what I mean?
People always describe it this way. Once you wake up, it vanishes without a trace. That's why sweet dreams are so precious.
Yeah. And again, for someone like Firefly, the idea of a dream was so precious anyway, because it was an escapism.
Sounds like you're just trying to make yourself feel better.
You can tell Silverwolf is so, like, she feels so bad for Firefly as well. Just the same way, like, Blade always, like, felt really bad. And Kafka, not bad in a way, like, they pitied her, but they always, like, wanted more time for her, or at least, like, her to feel more comfortable. You could tell this. Even, like, Blade, like, wanted to be more realistic with Firefly. Not because he wanted to be very forceful with her, but because he genuinely was just like, I want you to make sure you're never going to be set up for being upset,
Maybe. But when the day we cross paths again arrives, I think I'll pretend we've never met and get to know you anew, as if starting all over.
It's because Stell was a Stellar Hunter, right?
I made a promise with her. Our reunion is right before us. I have no reason not to give it my all.
Sorry, Stell is a Stellar Hunter. She's a Stellar Hunter and a Trailblazer. This is so crazy seeing this, like, perspective right before she went to Penacony. Because I never expected to, like, see this,
Even if she's already forgotten it?
But I won't forget.
She was so determined to meet back up with Stell as well, right? And again, like, that relationship is the best relationship in this game. It's so fantastic.
No matter how this story ends, I want it to begin with a smile.
That's beautiful. That's so beautiful.
In the future that Elio foresaw, we never had an ending. But I still have the chance to wrestle back from fate the right to have a beginning.
That's such an interesting perspective, again, because she was always, like, someone who, like, really didn't like the scripts, right? Not didn't like them, but she was always, like, very much, she didn't look at the scripts, right? She didn't want to look at the scripts because she had this idea in her mind, again, by her character. Because she felt herself fading away, she didn't want to know the idea of an end. She wanted there to be a possibility of changing the future in a lot of ways too, right? So I love that she's the one to say yes. In the future, Elio saw we never had an ending, but I still have a chance to wrestle back their fate from to have a beginning. So it's like, sure, I think this is her saying that, like, even though Elio's saying that me and Stell never had, like, a definitive goodbye or maybe definitive ending, that doesn't mean we can't have a new beginning, because that doesn't go against the script. Man, there's our gal.
Thinking hard over there?
This is so crazy.
Just spacing out for a while.
I love this girl so much. She's incredible, and I'm so happy to be back with her again.
This is my first time dreaming, so it still feels a little odd. Everything here seems just like the real world. It's mind-blowing to think that I'm actually still lying in a life support pod.
And you can tell there is an excitement from here as well, right?
Are you sure? Never mind. Hurry up. The Astral Express has arrived.
Gotta get that mission in gear.
How is the situation? Can we avoid the family's surveillance?
ID's already taken care of, but there's a snag. Let's walk and talk. Head to the room I prepped.
Wasn't there a scene, and again, there's loads of stuff that happens in Penacony, you know, that like we kind of like, oh yeah, we definitely have to put Firefly in our lineup, right? Like there's no doubt about it. I have to avoid spoilers on this character, so I can't see him, by the way. I'm joking. That was the old. Yeah, like I do think that, like, who are we gonna take out of the team, by the way? I think probably Sampino. We have Firefly as a character already, by the way, so it's not like, but you know, she's here, so we could actually. No, we can't actually, because I don't think I have them leveled up. Let me see here. I don't think I have the team leveled up for Firefly. Oh, we can only do a quick lineup? We can't look at our teams? Or can we? I think we can't, right? But I had a team for Firefly before as well, but I'm not sure. I don't think they're leveled, that's the problem. Yeah, so it wouldn't be very good. But yeah, we'll have Firefly here anyway. Yep. Sweetest characters were, but yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think there was a scene where that's how we kind of found out that, like, Firefly was a Stellar Hunters, because we saw her with Silverwolf, right, in these, like, visions, but our memories, and we thought at the time that maybe, like, I think Stell thought at the time that Silverwolf might have been, like, manipulated. Oh, there's Acheron! Oh my god! That Firefly might have been kidnapped or, you know, been chasing after Silverwolf, if I remember correctly. But that's how we kind of find out she was a Stellar Hunter, which made her 30% cooler. Who am I? That's actually wrong, isn't it? I can't say she's that much cooler. That's morally wrong to say that, like, just because you're Stellar Hunter you become 30% cooler. That's wrong. That's wrong. She became 150% cooler. That's right. That's more accurate. There we go. Let's go talk to Acheron. Oh my god.
This time, I should be on the right path.
Like, everything's converging on Stell right now, right? Everything is converging towards Stell. It's so cool. This is Stell's room. How could you forget it?
So, what's the problem?
I hired a helper to slip into Penacony ahead of time to snoop around. She just sent me some intel.
Oh, yeah?
There's bad news. The family is borderline all-knowing and all-powerful in the Sweet Dream.
Is there an emanator of the harmony here?
It's not necessarily because of a person. It could be a phenomenon.
Okay.
Can't say for certain.
So this all-knowing property of the family is what's a problem here. The emanator of harmony. Wasn't there an emanator of harmony here? Again, I'm gonna have to refresh my own memory on a lot of stuff here as well. But it's like right. But the family being all-knowing is not surprising at all. Who was the emanator? I kind of like the emanator of harmony. I'm sure like you guys are gonna be like, oh, it's this person here as well. But I want to kind of make sure like if there is like some stuff that we can get as well, you know. I don't know. I don't remember entirely if there is like a, yeah. We'll as I said, we'll keep going. If we can't remember, we'll keep going.
Anyway, just like the script says, no matter how you sneak in, you'll be found out.
And she was found out by the Blood Gang, right? The Bloodhounds?
There's not even a single gap? Even just for a couple of seconds?
It's not that we can't create one. The problem is that you're too powerful.
Yeah?
You're no small fry. Here in Penacony, you're a colossal threat. They'll be onto you even if you just try to enter the dream.
Is that because of her physical powers or because of the power that she has to like in terms of like the I don't know what you call it. Because remember like when Sam was when she was Sam, we thought she was Sam. Like her power was like immense. Like it was insane to the point that like it was actually like a terrifying boss battle at the time. If you think back how crazy it was that she was a terrifying boss battle at the time.
That means even if I manage to sneak in, I won't be able to escape the family's pursuit.
Exactly. And a brawl won't change a thing. This is their turf. You'd be throwing your life away.
That's fair.
It might be risky, but I have a plan. The family still hasn't figured out who Stellaron Hunter Sam really is, right?
At least not this branch family.
Some family do realize this?
Then let's use that to our advantage. I'll activate Firefly Type 4 and attack the Reverie Hotel. I studied their defenses on the way here. Their basic security won't be able to keep me in check.
Is that when she actually did, like, remember she actually did attack the hotel?
Create a commotion to force Sam in the spotlight. Then I'll rush back here at top speed, and while the chaos is still fresh, dive into the dream as Firefly.
Because remember, that's when we met her for a boss battle. I wonder if that was the case.
Too risky. It's not worth it to expose our trump card Sam just for an uncertain gamble.
But we're already here. Might as well give it a shot.
Did my brain skip there?
But we're already here. Might as well give it a shot.
Is my brain? Why? What's happening?
But we're already here. Might as well give it a shot.
I mean, I can't judge. I mess up my words every day. You hear me in videos, guys. I mess up words all the time.
Let me extrapolate the route and calculate the security response time.
I love the Silver Rose is like, this is crazy, but I'll help. Look at Firefly's warm smile, and then it goes through a little bit of worry as well. Of course she wants this to work.
Hold on.
What is it?
Weird. My readings show security is practically non-existent. That doesn't match what you told me. Describe to me what you see, just to be safe.
Describe? It's just your standard hotel setup. Sofa, dream pool, and...
And? Oh my god, man, that's so cool. Acheron's always been like that, though. Acheron will show up at like the most random moments. That's so cool.
Relax. There's no one here. I knew it. What you're seeing isn't quite the same as the surveillance I see.
But I mean, that's... Acheron is right there.
That is weird. How does that work? Let me fix it.
What the hell? Okay.
I told you, dreams are never as simple as they seem. How about now?
This place is...
You haven't gone anywhere. You've been here the whole time, saying weird stuff.
Oh, wait, so she thought she was in the room? But she was actually here this whole time?
This is my first time dreaming, so it still feels a little odd. Everything here seems just like the real world.
Oh, so this whole time she's been in this space, but she's had her reality kind of like warped in a way? She was seeing like the hotel space.
And here I thought you were just being stubborn.
That's so interesting.
Sorry. Could you jog my memory again? It's a little fuzzy.
Following the script, we secured a discarded dream pool. Wasn't easy. Some IPC lackey decided to fight us for it.
Scott?
IPC?
Forget it. It's not like they won.
They're not talking about like adventuring, right? Because I feel like adventuring will put up like a massive, or unless he like wants her to have it in some way, you know?
I converted it into a life support pod. Right now, we're both drifting at the edge of the Astana system.
I see. We're using the Synesthesia dreamscape. But it seems I haven't made it into the real Penacony.
This scenery doesn't exactly scream sweet dream anyway. It's probably some kind of buffer zone or something. What you saw just now was probably a mirage.
It was kind of a buffer zone, right? Because that's what it was like, the in-between areas. Like, this is where we met Misha one time as well, right? When we were like entering into the world of Penacony from the dream pool, if I remember correctly. But again, or maybe it was before we entered into Penacony itself we came here.
Right.
We've been here a few times. In fact, I think this is the place where, in the in-between area, that's where Firefly revealed that they were Sam.
Then the plan to attack the hotel won't work either.
Exactly. The only thing you can attack right now is me.
Don't.
In other words, I'm still in the clear. And I'm just one step away from the 12 hours.
You always manage to find a silver lining in a pile of bad news.
I mean, I think the reason why she says something like this, right? The idea of like, I'm still in the clear, right? And it's just like, it is like a silver lining, but I think that's Firefly in general, trying to find hope, you know, especially as we said, you know, she was fading away. She was losing her tether to the world. I think in that situation, someone who like doesn't even like reading the script because they don't want to know if there's like a bad ending for themselves and doesn't want to know what the future is. They wanted a future for themselves. They wanted to find a future for themselves. So I think it's like very normal for Firefly in a lot of ways to like claw and scratch to get to the future.
At least things are much
You
clearer
know,
now.
it's a very Firefly thing to do, I feel like.
Let me take a look elsewhere first. Maybe I'll stumble upon a good entrance to become a stowaway.
And she did become a stowaway.
You scout ahead. I'll get in touch with the temp helper.
This is so freaking interesting, man, because again, it's one of those things where...
Silverwolf, did you hear something?
I didn't notice anything. Strange disturbances in the memory zone are nothing unusual. They say many memories of the past will replay over and over again.
So what we know so far is that Cell was visited by the Dahlia. She pretended to be someone we knew to make the news easier that she had forgotten part of her memory about Penacony, something about the finality. Someone took part of her memory. And now the Dahlia has made us now witness, or at least I think we're witnessing, Firefly's history here in Penacony. And now we're seeing Firefly in her precursor to when she met Stell, when Elio sent her here to meet Stell. And guide Stell. So that's kind of like the basis of what we know right now, right? There's like not like, again, it's one of those things where like while there's going to be probably like a little bit like, you know, deep information in between places, like, you know, the idea of like, you know, finding out that Dahlia is actually a stellar hunter. Dahlia talking about the different like paths that could have been taken for Stell that actually would have been like more devastating and things like this too. And like Stellar Hunters have been guiding her away from those paths as well the whole time, which again, Elio and Kafka factually have been guiding her away from absolute destruction and death. The biggest example is if Stell didn't get on the Astral Express, the world ends. Like that's just how it goes. So now we're watching Firefly as she moves through this world as well. We don't exactly know what we're seeing. We have to see with Firefly. But there is another aspect of this again where it's like, is there like a fragmented memory here? Is the memory kind of like a little bit lopsided? And it's one of those things as well where, like, you guys, it wasn't a critique more than it was just like it was kind of like a pretty good piece of advice, which is like, you guys said you really liked how you like talk through every, piece of dialogue, and you really want to decipher what the characters mean and how they feel and all this stuff too. And that really means the world to me because I love doing that as well. But you guys also said, like, sometimes you will just be confused. Sometimes you won't understand everything until the end. And if you do feel kind of like a little bit confused, while sometimes, as we said, like, I love the confusion that we got when it came to the stuff with, Cyrene, and, her having to stay in the memory of Amphoreus. Like, that stuff is really nice to decipher, and we will decipher the stuff. But sometimes if I don't know what's happening entirely, we'll just, like, go with the flow, We'll just go with the flow. And that was really good, a really good observation and insight, and, a little bit of, like, a tiny, you could say it's critique.
Wait. I'd recognize that sound anywhere.
Yeah? Because I don't, I wouldn't call it critique more than I would just call it, like, an observation of, like, and kind of like a supportive thing of just like, yeah, don't worry about it, Oh, swarm bugs.
Just as I thought. But why?
Shouldn't you take cover first?
No need. I know them too well.
It's not necessarily the real propagation. This star system went through the swarm disaster long ago, remember? And it was anything but small.
I mean, Firefly would remember that, right?
Are you saying this is just an echo from the past?
Ideally, yes. But it might also be more like a meme. A fear buried in the Asdanians' hearts like a nightmare.
So sick.
So this dreamscape really isn't under the family's control.
Because it was corrupted, right? It was corrupted at the time, too.
Maybe you're right. Let's keep searching down this path. As for what they really are...
Let me try it out. Then we'll know.
A battle? Okay, let's go. So what they're saying is because there is like a little bit of corruption here, and there's like something that like represents the fears of people in Nostana, it shows that the family isn't in total control of the memory of the dreams altogether. It's been a while since we used Firefly. I heard she got upgraded as well. I have to level her up as well because I have her team as well, and I want to use her also.
Play in unison.
Prime, detonate.
Yeah, I heard she got like mega leveled up.
Relax.
And we don't have our usual team here, so we can just do anything here.
Fight for myself.
She's so cool. She's so cool.
Until everything burns to ashes.
She's legitimately the goat. How many goats are there?
This is more than a battle.
Many. There's many
Good
goats.
times. Never time to say bye. Boom.
Robin the goat.
Nothing like in real life.
So these guys are not even nearly like what they would be when fighting them in real life.
Set the seas ablaze.
Relax.
It's okay. It's okay.
No dirty.
Oh, Robin. It's okay.
Stand
It's okay.
still.
Absolute sweetheart.
May as well kill them all.
Kafka doing one last sword slash to hit them as well.
The remains are gone. Was it just an illusion formed by Memoria after all?
Figures. No wonder a scrapped dream pool isn't worth a dime. Without the family's protection, any regular visitor here is just begging for trouble.
So since the family isn't watching over this, stuff like this can happen.
Better stay on guard. Not every illusion has good intentions.
Got it.
Man, it's so cool being back here in the
Also,
story.
You can actually just go around them. No one said you have to pay attention to the bugs. That's your bad habit.
Sorry. I just can't bring myself to look the other way.
Interesting.
Never mind. Everyone's the same. They all try to do something for the past, even when they know it's futile.
Because you have the energy of Silverwolf here, who's like, what's the point? And you have Firefly, who's kind of like, no, I can't look away from this as well. I guess it just shows the two personalities on display as well here.
If it makes you feel better, I'll leave it to you. Just be quick about it.
Thank you.
Oh, this sweet thank you as well.
But reliving old memories isn't always such a bad thing, is it?
Looks like this business trip has put you in good spirits.
I mean, yeah, this was exciting for Firefly. This was like the opportunity to feel like, you know, what other people dream, and to finally feel like maybe she was part of the world. And when she did come here, she did feel like she was part of the world. So there is like definitely like probably like a feeling of like gratefulness to being here, even if it is like witnessing stuff like the swarm stuff, which is absolutely terrifying. And I think when Silver says like, no, you can ignore the bugs, I don't think it's her necessarily talking about bugs in general, like the idea of bugs. More maybe.
Like fireflies.
I'll talk about this in a second when we finish this battle.
Good times never last. Time to say bye.
Finish these guys off.
Boom.
This is more than a
Stand still. Relax.
Evisceration. Yeah, it's more when it's less about just like the idea of like, oh, when she talks about bugs, it's not just, I think it's not just like bugs in general. I think it's also like, you know, you can go around these old memories, you can go around these old dream bubbles, you know, and things in this way too. You don't have to acknowledge them.
Oh, got a response from our helper. Head to the main lobby. She'll send someone to meet you. But watch your back. That one's a massive
Sparkle.
Who knows what they might.
Hello?
Oh god, and then Silver faded away as well.
The signal's gone. Here we go again. Huh? The mech won't start. Why?
Oh no.
Huh? They didn't attack me. Are they running away?
But from what? Now it's the first time she's alone here as well.
What lies at the end of this corridor?
It's kind of spooky. But yeah, it is... yeah, like I said, they are bugs, but I think it's more of a representation of like the idea of you can avoid these memories. You can avoid this stuff, like you don't have to like, you know, always look, you don't always have to get involved with this stuff. But from Firefly's perspective, she knows she uses it in a very kind of spiritual way of like, I can't just avoid this, I can't just look away. Oh, there's some destroyed bugs here. Is this not the location where we, or maybe it's, I thought this was the location we fought the Memory Zone meme.
Debris everywhere. But weren't they just illusions? Could it be that there's someone else here besides me?
Oh, it's so spooky. It's so spooky.
The true Sting died from a high heat reaction. And the scar.
Hi, what was it again? And I'm sure I'll be reminded, like...
How can this be? I know it all too well.
Wait, what is this? Because we know... Yeah, what the hell?
The swarm is one thing. But even for Memoria...
Yeah.
Why would Glamoth's Iron Cavalry appear in Penacony?
Yeah. So she's witnessing memories of the Iron... Because again, she was part of like one big force. And that's one of the things, the big revelations about the trailer we watched as well. And of course, like, you know, we learned about it in the story too. It wasn't just like Sam is this like special suit that is just hers. It was something that like a lot of soldiers had, right? Of course, it becomes special to her, of course. But yeah, that's very strange.
I hope we can see the stars on the next battlefield. Will we see each other again?
Then
we
should be able to find each other.
AR 214.
You hear her voice changing there as well?
Is this what dreams are?
He
Is this
shook her.
nightmare Your memory?
Wait. Oh no, actually, no. We do need to.
Not the best timing, but that's as far as this first
No,
try
legitimately, we
goes.
do need to. But like when she says, is this your memory, like your nightmare? So like the particular person she's talking about, AR-214, is it like are they trapped there in that memory, in that nightmare? Is that what they're witnessing all the time as well? A constant fight with the swarm? I don't know. It's so like out there. It's such a wild start to this.
So, how are you feeling? Any discomfort?
A little bit of confusion, honestly. Like I like following Firefly, but a little bit of confusion. Is this Firefly's memories?
Strictly speaking, these are my memories. I can't presume to speak for others.
Okay. When did this happen?
You had just arrived in Penacony at that time, and were checking in at the hotel.
Why did you stop me?
By now, you should know that memories are both precious and dangerous. I must be extremely careful in allowing all the details of the past to come to the surface.
Fair enough.
If too many memories come flooding back at once, it would be too much for you to bear.
But I still can't recall. Tell me what happened to Firefly.
I'm afraid I can't tell you directly. Whether intentional or not, putting memories into words would only distort
she can't just tell us what the... Because again, if something that's missing in the gap of our memory is to do with Firefly, she can't just tell us exactly what happened. She has to show us, or else it'll become distorted.
Relax. The dust is being swept aside, speck by speck. Look.
Huh?
Though part of it was stolen, the memory of Penacony has become clear again.
Wait, this is like the Fates Atlas. Yeah, the Fates Atlas. I literally like used this today to see if I could find the Sunday thing. You know when you talk to Sunday to start, where you go like, hey, I haven't talked to Sunday in a while. But look at this. It's like different fragments as well. It's not just like a straight line like it is in our Fates Atlas. There's the finality.
What you just witnessed was her beginning. This dream diverges into two parallel paths. Yours, named the Trailblaze, and hers, named the Finality.
Okay, so her journey is the finality. So that's like the gap in our memory for forgetting her part in the story.
These two paths will eventually intersect. And to reach that moment, we must find more contradictions in the memories.
This is so wild, because again, I'm just sitting here going like, what? But that's what I'm getting. Again, if she said like there's a gap in our memory, and we don't, there's contradictions in our memories, and there's something that's been taken from us. Does that mean if it is like a memory of the finality, which like that's what she said, it's like we forgot the memory of the finality, and she wants to help us remember the finality. That means the part of the memory that was taken from us was this journey of Firefly, I guess.
You still remember her, don't you? Robin, known by all. You encountered her early on at the hotel in reality.
Yes.
After you entered the dream, she was using the Harmony's power to help you adjust to the sweet dream. Oh, it's just that. After your farewell.
You entered the dream. She was using the Harmony's power to help you adjust to sweet dreams. Yeah, I remember this.
She had already become a victim of a sinister plot when you saw her again. What did she discover during that time that would make her suffer such a terrible fate? Be careful. This time, we're going to dig deeper.
Did Robin see that at the time? Was Robin there?
Into a past utterly at odds with the memories you
I don't remember Robin being there in this moment. This is when we landed.
Surprisingly, I don't feel anything.
She said, what did Robin see? That... Okay, let's just go. Let's just go.
Well, you are in the dreamscape after all.
Seems like our guest here hasn't gotten used to the transition. Fret not. Feeling a sense of weightlessness is normal for new visitors.
Yeah, this was an amazing moment. This is when we saw like the vision of Penacony right away, and it was so incredible.
Robin, please guide our friend in getting more comfortable with the new environment.
Robin?
What's happening?
Leave it to
Did
me.
that happen? I'd love to cross-reference it now and go back.
Don't worry, just relax. You'll be feeling like your normal self in no time.
Like, did Robin hesitate at that moment?
Even so, tuning is still beyond me.
Okay.
Don't worry. Keep going. I'll help you.
But brother, this...
What did you do to me?
Relax. Just did some tuning on you with the resonance of the harmony.
I do remember this.
To allow you to control your limbs freely in the
I remember them
dreamscape.
referencing the idea that we couldn't control our limbs freely.
Essentially, the dream of Penacony is a world formed by memoria. Only by fully understanding its nature can you move freely within it. Unless you're one of the memo keepers of the Garden of Recollection, it can be difficult at first to manipulate the memoria as you wish. Once you've been tuned by the harmony, you can use the same laws of physics from the real world to understand how the dream world works.
So someone like Black Swan or the Dahlia would be able to do this fine. They'd be able to come in here and be okay.
Oh, oops. I've fallen into my professional habits again. I just can't seem to shake off this urge to be a know-it-all.
That's cool information.
Don't mind him. He's always like that. Please, enjoy the beautiful dreamscape the family has built for everyone. We shall take our leave. Have a blast.
Okay.
Sorry, brother.
So we didn't see this part for sure, right? We definitely didn't, because I remember that we went walking after this. But yeah, like as I said, and you guys probably know this already, the first few parts of this whole quest we do here that I really are probably gonna be a lot of me going, huh? Yeah, okay. But that's just the way things go. But it seems here Robin was trying to tune us, but she couldn't tune us, and Sunday helped with the tuning. But I remember them tuning us at the start when we came here, because I remember we fell from the sky.
I'm the one who should apologize. I knew you weren't feeling well, yet I made such an unreasonable request. I should have known. Losing your voice was just the tip of the iceberg. The real problem lies with the harmony, doesn't it?
Harmony's corrupted.
Just as I thought. You figured it out too.
Your letter. I've kept it with me all this time.
Dear brother, how are you doing these days? I intended to visit you at Dualite Pavilion as soon as possible upon my return. With the approaching Charmony Festival and your busy schedule, I refrain from troubling you. However, an urgent matter compels me to share something with you immediately. Since my return to Penacony, I've experienced a peculiar change in my voice. And at first, I thought it was caused by exhaustion or illness, but after consulting with the doctors, they assured me of my perfect health and dismissed my concerns. However, my voice worsened over time, and I even experienced periods of complete voice loss. In order to find answers, I conducted many private investigations using my idle time out of rehearsals, of course. Eventually, I realized that the harmony in Penacony is not pure. A discord lurking within has tainted my voice into harmony, which I believe to be the root cause of my vocal issues. I immediately realized that such levels of interference can only occur within a powerful external force, and pulling the strings or if a senior member of the family is involved. Unfortunately, further investigation has led me to the latter conclusion. This is an extremely alarming discovery. A traitor has emerged in the family of Penacony, and it is highly likely that the person is one of our family heads. I trust you implicitly, dear brother, because of our promise. With the Charmony Festival on the horizon, I fear this person intends to impede its progress, or even to use the festival for some ulterior motive. At any rate, I suggest you monitor the other family heads while also prioritizing your own safety. You are the only true family member I have left. There's another matter that requires your attention. During my investigations, I learned about the Memory Zone meme death, and my further inquiries led me to believe that the culprit who directed it to cause this series of incidents is likely aforementioned traitor in the family. I've collected more clues about clues, and I'm prepared to verify my hypothesis. Rest assured, you can just focus on the preparations of the Charmony Festival. Once I've thoroughly investigated death, I'll come to meet you, and immediately, and it won't take long. Given your heavy workload, please take care of yourself. Don't stay in the dreamscape all the time. Spend some time in reality when you're free. I brought some more specialties from the galaxy. Gimatoma pudding, tarts, morolons, wild strawberries, akonoyako, known for their exceptional size and sweetness, which I'm certain you'll enjoy. An almond meringue cream, crackers from Medissa. Don't forget to enjoy them. May she be with us. So this is her talking about the actual corruption of Penacony. We know at this point there was like another Aeon within that was corrupting at the time as well. That was kind of like that. I don't know what you call it, like integrated in with the other with Chipe as well. That caused Penacony to be corrupted. But we also know at this stage that Sunday was already, planning his plot to create this like everlasting paradise amongst amongst Penacony as well. So it really is one of those things where like it's like I trust you implicitly, but we know at the time that Sunday was generally a broken soul at this point who like at this moment in time really couldn't be trusted until at this stage now where we can trust him implicitly.
Don't worry. This is crucial. I'll uncover the truth before the festival begins.
Mm-hmm.
Let me help you shoulder some of the burden. Did something happen in Penacony?
The Charmony Festival is approaching, and with all sorts of guests mingling, Mr. Gopherwood must focus entirely on the preparations, leaving no attention for other matters.
And Gopherwood was their like guardian, right?
This creates an opening for some people to exploit. If there really is a traitor in the family, now would be the perfect time to make their move.
It's a time of unrest and uneasiness, right? Especially with all the people arriving here in Penacony as well.
I heard the Dream Master has fallen ill. Since I came back, I haven't seen him even once.
There was an accident not long ago. He's gravely ill, and I'm afraid he won't be able to appear in his humanoid form for a while. That's why we need to help him even more. Leave the investigation to me. You don't have to worry about anything else. Just focus on the stage.
But...
No buts. Listen, Robin. Never get involved with death in dreams.
We know at this point Sunday was deathly afraid of Robin getting hurt in any way, shape, or form, right?
You need to sing your heart out. I promise you, when the curtain rises, no noise will drown out your brilliance. Not even the shadow of harmony itself.
That's true. Ever since we were kids, there's nothing my big brother couldn't handle. Then I'll go get ready. I won't take up any more of your time. Be careful, brother. And don't forget to save a good spot for yourself.
Of course. Who says I can't play favorites once in a while?
See you later.
See you later. Yeah, it's like one of those things where like they're showing us all this stuff and like I know there's gonna be an answer to all this in the end. Of course there will be. But I'm just kind of sitting here being like, yeah, we know about this, right? We do know about this. Why are we seeing this, you know?
Big brother. You're always hiding your true feelings like this.
Of course, he was hiding a lot. He was hiding a lot.
You're acting like everything's fine. But I saw you at Daylight Pavilion. You were clearly at your wit's end.
Sunday right now has an internal struggle of keeping the people of Penacony safe, but also that seeing Robin get shot was one of the worst things that ever happened to him in his life that led him to believe that he needed to create like an internal world of like harmony and order, actually, I should say, of order, right? Where everything was pristine, clean, no one could be hurt, no one could be upset again. Right now, like that, a lot of that is on his mind, especially now with like all these people being invited to Penacony. There was probably a thing as well in Sunday's mind where it's like all my planning, all this stuff that I came up with already, and now I'm like here having to deal with an unexpected visitors. Clearly a plan from within. It's very known from within. There was like invitations from within. Gallagher, right? Who invited people. It was Gallagher, right? Who invited people here to Penacony. So yeah, like the stress is like, while it is like the stress of like, you know, having to figure everything out with these invitations and people coming to Penacony, there's also an underlying plan that's happening underneath already, and a fear that's happening underneath as well, you know?
When I wrote that letter, I could still barely manage to tune. Later, things just kept getting worse. My intuition tells me that something must be wrong with the dreamscape. In my current state, I'm wondering if I can even sense any anomalies. I'll do my best.
This must be terrifying.
Let's hope this is just
because obviously,
a
again,
false
like
alarm.
obviously we're retreading old conversations, but the idea of Robin, like also like, you know, having her harmony corrupted, for example, and her not only just like, you know, losing her voice, but losing the idea of like her being able to like tune people, not being able to like just notice anomalies in the world that she knows so well. Like, this must be terrifying. You know, it must be a scary, scary feeling. Huh? You can check out the timestamps of your experience in the memories here at any time. All memories are stored here in a chronological order based on their own timestamps. Even different points of view follow the same sequential order. For those particularly hazy memories, you can press on them on the corresponding nodes to revisit them in more detail. The experience you gained during the finality mission can also be viewed in the Fates Atlas. Wait, what?
I've been wondering about something from just now. There seems to be a faint dissonance nearby.
Sure. Was that she's going to be Fireflies? If I press R2, we have this distance here as well. So if I go to the Fates Atlas right now, which I believe is in the mission section, right? Okay, finality mission. So here we can view this stuff here. And it's saying if something is a little bit hazy, and so I'm guessing like we can go over it again in terms of finality mission. So if I go here like this, we can recap it. So we have, with Silverrose help, Firefly infiltrated Penacony's dreamscape through Primordial Memory Zone. According to Silverrose, the family is an omniscient presence within the Penacony, though its true identity remains unknown. In the chaotic memory zone, Firefly discovers a memorial left by another Glamoth Knight, designated AR-214, a companion whom Firefly once shared cherished memories. This is fantastic. This is the type of stuff that I think, especially for a mission like this, where there's going to be so many different memories and different timelines, it's actually like really, really well done. We have like a recap of like, again, you know, them knowing what's like feeling that there's something wrong in Penacony. Silver saying that there's like something within Penacony that's like an omniscient present. In the memory zone, Firefly finds the Glamoth Knight, which again, then she kind of like wonders, is this kind of their nightmares, this memory, their trapped nightmare. But again, I'm thinking like maybe they're trapped in a nightmare there as well. If we recap, wait, you can just literally go through it like this as well. This is 110%. This, Jesus Christ, this is so good. So Firefly couldn't recover her ability to dream and could only get one chance to enter a dream through Silverrose's hacking. Even if you'd already forgotten, Firefly would do her best to keep her promise of reunions. This is about Stell. When Firefly arrived in Penacony, she found it not much different from the real world, which confused Silverwolf. Though Silverwolf helped Firefly sort out her identity, and they ended up running into new trouble. Silverwolf explained that the family was nearly omnipotent within Dreamjoy, and Firefly's infiltration would surely be discovered, leading to pursuit. Though risky, Firefly had a plan in mind. Firefly wanted to activate Sam and Mech to cause, we talked with so she can get away from them in that way. Firefly opened her eyes again and found herself in the hotel dreamscape with the surprise attack no longer viable. Silverwolf tried to contact their temporary backup while Firefly searched for a suitable entrance to sneak in. Firefly encountered the true Sting Swarm. Silverwolf believed they might be phantoms from the past insect plagues or fear-based memes rooted in people's minds. Firefly got herself ready for combat. The defeated true Stings remained vanished. And they were just illusions. Former memory, Silverwolf advised Firefly to avoid the bugs, but Firefly couldn't bring herself to look away the other way. So it's like, yeah, this line to me, again, obviously it's an emphasis on the importance of like Firefly's not just going to let things go in that sense. Silverwolf masked Fool assistant, who is probably Sparkle, saying they would send someone to meet Firefly in the hall. The communication suddenly cut off and the swarm scattered the hallway, and that's when we found her pal, right? Firefly found the area covered in wreckage and true stings among the debris was Glamont's Iron Cavalry. She recognized instantly AR-214. So you know what this makes me feel like? I feel like I understand something. I feel like it's not confusion. And that's one of the things I said. Like, it's like, as I said, we're letting things flow. But I feel like, yeah, we understand everything here. We kind of get what's happening here. But there's obviously still a mystery to why we're looking at this, of course. But then they don't want us to know exactly all that yet, right? So yeah, that's perfectly fine. And can we do the same thing with this as well? Oh, that's what we're doing right now. That's perfectly fine. Great stuff. Okay. And again, as I said, just under your guys' advice, I did 100% go, have the idea of like, let's just go with the flow. Let's just keep going. Let's just, try to understand as we go. But it's also cool that, like, to know that maybe my confusion, and this is someone said this last time, when it came to the stuff with the cage stuff, remember the caged stuff with the analogy of the flowers? I went away from that thinking, like, I know nothing. I'm so confused. And then people watching, they were like, you actually got a lot of it. Yeah, there's Firefly and Stell. It's like, you actually got a lot of it. And I wonder if it is a thing sometimes where there is because the story can get quite confusing and the timeline gets kind of weird, especially with stuff like dreams and memories, your brain sometimes makes you think like, oh, I'm not understanding this stuff because it is so confusing sometimes. But I think I'm following it just like as you're supposed to follow it. You know, that's what I think what's happening. I think I'm following it as I'm supposed to follow it. But because it is such a mind-bending story already, it makes you feel like maybe you might be a little confused. But I actually think I'm not doing too bad, is what I would say.
Is that her?
Don't even think about running away.
I remember this so specifically as well. This was such a great moment.
Sorry for bothering you. Please, I need your help.
Now seeing the scene with the added emotion that we already love Firefly, I will kill these people for you. And they're dead. Where are they?
I'll help you. I can't possibly ignore a beautiful lady in trouble.
Hey, look. She has an accomplice.
I will kill you.
Ha! Good work. Now we can nab them both in one go.
Nab him. Go on, nab him. So I didn't know if, unless this did happen, but I don't remember her being here.
Stowaway? Seems there wasn't a coincidence. The Bloodhound picked up that strange noise too, just like I did. Better to stay out of sight for now. If that girl really is an outsider, this could be my chance.
That's enough, boys.
Oh, there's Gallagher as well.
Sir. What's gotten into you all? Open your eyes and take a good look. Is this lady the stowaway we're looking for?
So crazy, seeing all these scenes. Because again, they are just like doing scenes that we've already seen, but with like, I guess like added like peripheral context, I guess.
Huh? Who's this?
Don't you know him? Look at his brown hair and grey vest. He's the officer, sent here by the family to maintain order at the Charmony Festival.
I see. Sir, the thing is, we're trying to apprehend a stowaway. And that young lady there looks very suspicious. We're sure she's the one.
Execute them.
That's nonsense. Take another look, will ya? The witness report says that the suspect is a lad with silver hair, and you guys are going after a girl with silver hair. Does that even make sense? She's our guest.
And looking back now, Gallagher, like, letting Firefly stay here, like, makes perfect sense, right? Like, especially with all we know, like, about, like, his part in the story as well.
Well, just get out of my way and I'll take care of this.
Yes, sir.
Something's off. He's not lying. But why? An officer from the Bloodhound family shouldn't fail to sense something is amiss.
Maybe it's actually different. Maybe Gallagher didn't know that it was actually Sam at the time, because I always thought that he knew, but he kind of just like, hey, turn the other cheek. But maybe he didn't know this was supposed to be the person they were looking for?
Don't worry. I believe this is just a misunderstanding. How could such a lovely girl like you be a stowaway?
Unless he's able to mask it?
Thanks. Without your kind help, I wouldn't know what to do.
Just part of the job. I need to get going. If you need help, you can reach out to me through the young bloodhounds in this area. I wish you an enjoyable experience in this land of dreams.
Too many people know me.
It wouldn't be wise to follow them so openly. Looks like I'll have to use a few methods of my own.
We know that Robin can take the form of we definitely know that Robin can take the form of other people, right? We saw her be Bepeshi one time.
We need to get closer. Find a hidden spot.
Over here, I guess. Yeah, I wonder what's Robin. What is Robin noticing here?
I hope I still have the strength to do
With
this.
all the corruption happening as well.
Although the Bloodhounds mistook me for a stowaway, I'm actually a local. My name is Firefly, and I'm from the Iris family. I work as a stage performer, although right now I'm just an extra.
Success! Thank goodness I wasn't discovered. That girl claims to be an artist from the Iris family, but I can't hear any resonance in her voice.
Well, we can talk about that another time. Right now, I want to give you a tour of the
Oh,
town.
oh my god! Remember the tour and then the rooftop? Oh my god! I'd pay to see that again.
If I'm wrong about this, I'll make it up to you properly afterward.
So, is there any indication of why, like, oh no, we don't have anything else here, sorry. Because I thought, like, maybe, like, I thought we'd be able to, like, you know, see, like, an indication of, like, what Robin feels. I think she just feels like something, like she heard a noise here. She feels something about Firefly here that's off. And here she says, like, you know, it's like, she claims to be an artist from the Iris family, but I can't sense any resonance in her voice. So she doesn't think she's from the Iris family because she can't sense that resonance. Okay. Which we know she's not.
Since this is your first time here, I say we start with the easiest games. The Dreamy Rose and Lucky Wheel are pretty straightforward.
This is a really risky storytelling technique, by the way. And I want to know what you guys felt about it, because I could see people... I do wonder what people thought about this quest still, because like right now we're going through like a lot of old scenes, but we're getting like some like extra context from Robin's perspective, I guess. And we didn't know that Robin was watching this whole time, so it is like a cool interaction and interjection here. We're also getting a little bit of like a... While it's not the same, we're getting a different perspective of Firefly's journey before she came here as well. We're also like, again, learning a lot of information that we did kind of like know before as well. And I wonder what people thought of this. Yeah, because it's probably like, I'm guessing in some ways it was somewhat polarizing. Like that's just from my estimation of like how people feel about certain quests. Because for me, it's one of those things where like I don't mind going back through these like scenes and seeing them through a different eye and a different lens, like through Robin's lens. But I wonder how people felt. I really do.
Just here to play games? I guess I was worried for nothing. Sorry, Trailblazer and Miss Firefly. Maybe this was just a beautiful encounter. Nothing more.
And you think this also adds to the fact that she knows, like, at this time, the harmony's corrupted, her powers are less, she's lost her voice. I wonder if she feels like, oh, maybe I'm, like, you know, not able to, like, suspect or like, suss these things out as I used to be able to, right? But I think, you know, that's going to change very quickly, like, because, you know, the encounter between Firefly and Cell was fated and important.
I should leave the dreamscape and see the sights beyond it. Maybe things will be better in the real world.
Running out of time?
Oh my god, this one, yeah, look at this. It's like I said, like something will probably change because again, the Firefly is one of the most important characters. She noticed something here now as well.
Split up?
Everyone needs to be here is here. Not to be a buzzkill, but just a reminder. Don't forget about your first death.
Oh yeah, the multiple deaths, right?
Who's she talking to? And what's this about death?
Yeah, because the idea of the multiple deaths being the script as well. There's so many things that are like that. Like it's like, you know, when like things flash back into your mind, like, oh my god, yeah, the multiple deaths, right?
Shh. Let's not talk about this right now. I think someone's following me.
Oh, and Firefly could tell.
Did you have fun?
No. My intuition was right. That girl is definitely not what she seems.
That's probably reassuring as well for Firefly as well, because again, I'm not sorry for Robin as well, as we said, because the harmony's corrupted, she's probably feeling a little less than right now, feeling a little less powerful, doubting her own powers and what she could do. To have this reassurance that, what I sense actually seems to be somewhat true has to feel somewhat good as well.
Now I need to be extra careful.
She said she's being followed. Yeah, like, so we saw there she got a message from Silverwolf saying that, like, everyone who's here is here. And I think Silverwolf's maybe trying to point towards the direction of being like, yeah, you've done what you need to do. Don't overexert yourself. You don't have to do anything too... like, I'd say she didn't want to be a buzzkill because right now, Firefly's having the time of her life. Like, the time with Cell was a beautiful time for Firefly. I think Silverwolf, unfortunately, was just reminding her, hey, like, we also have to do, like... We came here for a reason as well, And even like talking with the multiple deaths, Firefly's like, hey, don't talk about that right now, because again, her character also, I feel like too, while she like has been known, as she said, not to look away from the swarm and the bugs, she also did want to like be here for a while. She wanted to stay here in Penacony. She loved the feeling of Penacony. Man, Penacony's so beautiful, isn't it? Yeah. So her being like, no, let's not talk about that right now, definitely does feel like avoidance in some way, shape, or form too, right? Yeah, like I do want to hear what you guys thought about this, because I feel like this is one of those things that, like, for me it's interesting because we're getting to see a different perspective, right? We're seeing what we already saw, but from a different perspective. We know we're going to get answers at the end of this for sure. But I can totally guess if it was polarizing,
Ah, he's coming our way.
Hey, well,
I'll remember this.
My most loyal customer.
Oh my
the
god.
Trailblazer girl. It's been such a long time, old friend.
Yeah, and we know Robin wasn't here for sure, by the way, because obviously we remember she wasn't here, but also, like, I guarantee you I would remember a scene where Sampo was getting watched by Robin, for sure.
Who's this? A companion? I feel like things are getting more and more chaotic.
Long time no see, superstar.
That voice, I know that voice.
There's someone else.
I for sure know that voice. Ah!
Lady Siobhan?
Siobhan! Good old girl Siobhan!
Still radiant as ever. I could spot you from a mile away.
Siobhan, the most designed NPC in history.
I came over to say hi. What brings you here?
But in fairness, Honkai Star Rail does that very well. They do design their NPCs very well. They, because I think in like, and again, it is like, you can see this critique or not from Genshin, because Genshin obviously has to deal with like an open world, so it's a different story. But like what I love about Honkai Star Rail is because they deal with kind of a smaller area, when they do design NPCs that they have to interact with in the story, they usually do make them very kind of like more detailed than they would be like in say a Genshin that like sometimes just goes like, oh, we need an old man character, let's take the younger character dude, put white hair on him and then give him like a mustache and some wrinkles, yeah.
Drawing too much attention is never a good thing.
Oh, reminds me of that old saying, from afar, anyone under the spotlight seems endlessly charming.
Oh, it's not saying like, like a celebrity like you don't know is going to be someone who like looks amazing and sounds amazing, but you don't know what they're going through like under the hood.
But only when you get close do you realize how restless that heart truly is.
So from distance, like Robin looks amazing. It's like Robin looks perfect, but like when you get close, is it different?
Sorry you had to see that. I just came out to clear my head. The Charmony Festival is coming up soon, and I'm a bit nervous.
I heard about your voice issue. Drop by the Dream Jolt hostelry when you're free, and I'll take a look at what's going on.
Thanks. I never thought even after all this time, I'd still be troubling you, Lady Siobhan.
You must be pretty nervous if you're being this formal with me.
That's a really good insight, right? It's the idea that like she must be going through something, because again, Siobhan knows Robin well. And I love that she's picking up on something like a little bit wrong here if she's being more formal.
Looks like my analysis is spot on. Follow me, you two. Let me give you a taste of the adult world.
I think at this point, I legit did not like Sampo, like as a person.
I'm afraid I'll have to take my leave. I'll come visit you properly. It's just that right now...
You need some alone time, I get it. It's a date then. Catch you later, superstar.
Very understanding from Siobhan here.
It's a deal.
Right. It is the Charmony Festival after all. As people say, you'll be performing for the Harmony.
A lot of pressure.
Remember? Before one of your tours, I asked you a question. It's been quite a while since then. I wonder if you found your answer. Robin, what do you sing for?
It's a good question. Especially for someone like Robin, but I'll shook her here as well.
I think I've got my answer now.
Yeah?
But instead of words, I'd rather answer with a song. That would be more convincing, no?
That's actually more convincing than a straight answer. Looking forward to your performance.
Okay.
Sorry, Lady Siobhan. If there was more time, we could have had a proper chat. Now, let's get down to business.
It's very Robin to, like, you know, have a plan in mind and have a job in mind, and she's following someone, you know, she's following Firefly, but still feels so bad that she has to, like, brush off Siobhan, because again, Robin is someone who has time for everybody. She really, really does. But you can see when Siobhan talked to her about the idea of, like, you know, why do you sing, and how she has to sing at the Charmony Festival, it make Robin step back a bit as well, because this is one of those pressures that were over her at the time as well. Yeah, I'm really interested to see what, like, it's one of those things where, like, as I said, I keep saying it, I know by the end of this, we're going to have so much, like, information. There's going to be so many cool...
That's so far. Just where did they go?
There's going to be so many cool drops of lore and information and all this stuff as well, right? There is going to be. And, like, story drops, and maybe, like, we're going to understand new stuff about, like, you know, how this memory work and how these dreams work and all these things as well. Who took Stell's memories, why they took her memories... all these things. So, yeah, as I said, I'm just going along for the ride. If it feels like we're on a roller coaster sometimes, it's because we're just accepting it as it is. Sometimes.
The static's gone. They passed through the commercial district.
This is still crazy powerful.
And past the Papeshi Club.
I remember this as well.
And then... the voice just vanished. Did she return to reality? That can't be right. There's no entrance or exit there.
Frustration mounting again.
Further away than before. This time in... Dream's Edge.
Was that the rooftop area?
Oh, I get it now. It's the underground tunnel. Right. Makes sense. I should have known. That place is a hotspot for smuggling cases. I should have pressed those two bloodhounds for answers back then.
And no one would say a thing. You know, remember the family Robin pressing two people? What are they going to do? They have to answer.
Anyway, I'll check it out.
Oh, we're just transitioning right there. Sometimes they let you walk and sometimes they don't.
Can't navigate any further from here. Is it because the dreamscape construction isn't complete yet? The family never stops weaving their sweet dreams. And Penacony has always maintained good relationships with the outside world.
The family never stops weaving the sweet dreams. Okay.
Why would someone choose this moment, of all times, to plot something sinister?
Interesting. So what she's saying is that because, like, the family is constantly just making sweet... in her eyes right now, the family is just making sweet dreams for people. And since we've never had problems with anyone else, why at this moment would someone want to do this? And I guess that's from a perception of maybe, like, a more optimistic perception of the world, because even now she has no idea what's happening with Sunday, right? So, like, she has this idea in her head of, like, why would someone want to... Because right now we have Adventuring, as you said, trying to get the, you know, doing his own thing when it comes to, like, trying to get a foothold in the IPC for, obviously, his own personal stuff as well, for the IPC as well. We have the family behind the scenes, you know, accepting the plot of Sunday, and we have Gopher and Sunday's plot as well. We have the Stellar Hunters here. Like, there's Sparkles here as well. There's so many different things happening now on Penacony that are under the nose and something that Robin doesn't know right now. Because again, she has an optimistic outlook, but what I like about her optimistic outlook is she's also not, like, stupid. She saw something happening and she's like, I gotta figure out what's happening here. But there's still the optimism of, like, why would someone do this right now? You know? Because it is one of those things where it is, from your perception, there probably is an idea of, like, Pentaconi's like lovely, man. Everyone's having good dreams. I know there's like she knows there's a corruption in the harmony, but she doesn't think that has anything to do with the idea of like, oh, look at the lights here, man. Oh, it's so the freaking sun. But I don't think she's not naive. She knows there's a corruption, but I don't think she thinks that has anything to do with like Ina or anything like that as well. It's probably something that's just like that we have to prevent, that's happening maybe naturally, or something that's not like one particular person is like causing as well. Because again, she has that optimism. It's not naivety, it's not stupidity. It's a feeling that Robin needs to have, and what we all need Robin to have. If I'm someone living in Pentaconi, I need Robin to have that feeling of like, not everything's good, but that supportive feeling, the optimistic feeling. Because that's what's kept Pentaconi going for so long, was the pillar of Robin, in my opinion. Huh? I've got green. What do you got? Guy down there. Red. I've got green. I've got red. I've got green right now. Well, I've got red. I've got green too. I don't got nothing. What are you doing over there? Oh, they're like doing construction or something. When I say that Robin's like a pillar of Pentaconi, yes, it is very commercial, but it is 100% in my view that like Robin being this like celebrity status legitimately did. It gets people through the day, right? It's like this pillar of like, oh my god, everything's amazing. Robin's here, you know, this sparkly, beautiful person that's always on these billboards. It's like a representation of how beautiful Pentaconi really is seeing Robin on those billboards, you know? So I think people like sometimes need her to be the optimistic one, need her to be the happy one, which can be very draining.
Excuse me, ahead is that Miss Robin?
It's Miss Robin.
Hello.
I never thought I'd meet you here. When I joined the Bloodhound family, you were the one who delivered the family's greetings. You probably don't remember me. No, that's too rude of me to say. I'm not worthy.
Of course I remember you, Mr. Loka.
I think this, like, I'm not saying like, I was right, but because we all agree, like, but that proves the point of what we're saying here, like the idea that Robin is like a pillar for these people, like, you know, look at this, she's treated almost like a deity, you know?
This is unbelievable.
And you can talk about the healthiness of this whatsoever. You can talk about is it a good thing that people act like this about Robin? Is it a good thing that people like, you know, again, a lot of people, in my view, like putting anyone on a pedestal is very dangerous. Putting anyone as like someone above you is very dangerous, because the only like thing that can happen is that they can fall on top of you and like, you know, break you. Even though some people would be like, well, you know, if you get upset over a celebrity being bad, then I see it all the time, then you're weird. But it's one of those things where like, yes, you shouldn't put so much stock in a celebrity, but it's hard for people as well, because to get through the day, sometimes we do need that video clip of Yosang and Wooyoung from ATEEZ, you know, giving each other a kiss on the cheek. Sometimes we need that, right? To get us through the day. And I don't think anyone should like ever feel bad about that. And it would hurt if Yosang and Wooyoung ever turned out to be bad people. That's just human nature. Even the people that say like, don't put celebrities on pedestals, they're also the same people that like when they find out their favorite celebrity like did something bad, you know, they might try to hide it, but they get hurt too, you know? It is just a normal thing that society does, is like put people like Robin on a pedestal where she gets them through the day. She's a supportive pillar and this magical thing that they can look to. It's like even if the day in Pentaconi is hard or tough, it's like, man, look at Robin. Look how inspirational she's being, you know?
I don't spend a lot of time in Pentaconi, and have even fewer chances to help out the Harmony. If I'm willing to go, I always make sure to get to know everyone beforehand.
That's lovely. Again, she's so supportive. She's so amazing. And again, that's why I think that like, to put a pin in everything I'm saying, it's not a bad thing to put Robin on a pedestal because she deserves to be on a pedestal. I want to make that clear as well. I'm just talking about people's personal feelings. Like, she is legitimately an amazing person that wants to help, that wants to support people. So this optimism that is used as kind of a pillar of Pentaconi is one of the few things that's actually real about Pentaconi. And that is Robin's lovely nature, her optimism, and her supportiveness. It is like a lot of things are fake in Pentaconi. Robin is the bona fide, genuine article, you know?
After all, family greetings can't be mere pleasantries. They must be heartfelt blessings for each and every family member.
She's so lovely. She's always been so lovely, though.
Miss Robin, you're absolutely dazzling.
Factual statement.
By the way, what brings you to Dream's Edge? Do you have anything you need from us?
Pardon me, but have you seen two tourists? They both have gray hair, and one of them is a young lady wearing a hair clip.
I remember I said they bought a gray hairstyle in Firefly one time, and I think someone like legit was like, no, they don't. But even Robin thinks so I'm correct.
You're looking for someone? I don't really recall seeing them, but I can keep an eye out for you if you like.
Again, everyone will do anything for Robin.
Oh, well,
Don't bother.
Ah, Sandola.
Mr. Sunday, what are you doing here?
Isn't this such an interesting, different reaction? Because they both are pillars of the Penaconian community, right? Robin showing up is like, oh my god, Robin. Because again, she is that, as you said, that celebrity, that beautiful thing that gives everyone hope. You know, it's like, oh my god, Robin, oh my god. Sunday shows up, it's like, and it's not saying that, like, well, it is true. Sunday has like a lot more like serious obligations in terms of like behind the scenes stuff and like, you know, the pillared construction, figurative construction of Penacony and all this stuff as well, right? In terms of like the more political aspects and things like this. I'm not saying Robin doesn't have important things to do as well. I'm just saying that Sunday does like have like a lot of like ins and outs and is dealing with this stuff on the daily. So there is like a thing where it's like Robin's like, oh my god, Robin, and Sunday's like, oh, Sunday, what's happening, you know?
I heard someone's up to no good.
It's such a different reaction,
so
you know?
I came to check things out myself.
You see, it's so well written.
Just kidding. Don't be so tense. Robin hasn't been home for a while, so I brought her here specifically to look around and reminisce about her childhood
Sunday,
days.
this guy nearly died. The idea that Sunday's looking for someone like really like suspicious made him like nearly die.
As for those two mentioned earlier, they were guests we met. They left some items behind, which I've already returned. There's no need to ask anyone else about it.
Yeah, but Robin wants to find out about it though.
Understood.
There's a construction site ahead, so we won't go any further. Goodbye.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Loka.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just because it's so interesting now as well, looking back here with.
I couldn't speak freely earlier. Robin, why did you come here?
It's so interesting seeing Sunday in this form because again, Sunday as a character, is someone we dearly care about now, of course. And at the time, we already were very interested in him, right? But like, it's interesting now to look back on Sunday and feel kind of a somewhat of a darker energy from him. Because, and it's not just like he's outwardly expressing this, but it's like we look at Sunday now in this form, it's like, oh, that's the Sunday that was plotting to do stuff that like was really wrong in Penacony. Under the duress of pain, right? But it's still interesting to look back and be like, oh yeah, it's such a different feeling. Because I look at Sunday now and I go, oh, precious boy who will protect us from anything, you know? And this Sunday, I look at him being like, hurt, in pain, suffering, ready to do some crazy stuff. You know what I mean? It's such a different feeling. And again, I love the interaction there as well, like the way that they're both like depicted in such different ways from people. And it's just the truth. Sunday is more of like the politician, I feel like, while Robin is more of like the pillar of like everything that's good about Penacony. And that's my view of it anyway.
Like you said, I'm here to reminisce about old times.
Oh yeah.
What about you? What brings you here?
Oh, she's being suspicious as well.
Tracking down criminals is my duty. And you, my dear sister, you've always been this stubborn, and in times like these, I wish you never had this trait. You're still investigating on your own, ignoring what I said?
Yeah. I can't stop thinking of death, so I followed some people
Because he
all
said
the
don't
way
be
here.
thinking about death, right?
After all, I witnessed that horrific scene at the Dewlight Pavilion with my own eyes. I can't let you bear this burden alone.
The horrific scene at the Dewlight Pavilion. What was the horrific scene? Again, it's one of those things where like I'm gonna have to like. Horrific scene. It's one of those times where I actually would like to have like the thing that pops up in the corner, which is like in the Genshin missions. So even the Genshin doesn't even have that in like, it only has that in Archon Quest, but like, yeah, I don't know. I don't remember exactly what it was, but again, it's one of those things where like, I guess.
Oh, so you saw them. Those family members who were in the sweet dream, yet death took them away.
So is she talking about the Memory Zone meme here as well? The family members who were in the sweet dream, yet death took them away. That would sound like a Memory Zone meme to me, right?
I only saw documents strewn on the tabletop. If my brother had even an ounce of energy left, he would never have tolerated such a disorganized sight.
Okay.
Just like now, if it weren't for getting the truth out of you. I absolutely won't tolerate your arrogant and disrespectful facade.
Oh, Robin would. Okay, so Robin was. No, it's.
What are you talking about?
Is it Sparkle?
Dear sister?
Because I was like, because for me for a second there, I was like, was I completely wrong in thinking that Robin? Because I was saying like she had this optimism about Sunday and like she didn't suspect Sunday from. Like she didn't suspect Sunday was something was wrong with Sunday from the start, but I was like, wait, was I wrong? No, this is Sparkle. This has to be Sparkle then, because we know that there's someone here that was from the freaking masked fools.
Just kidding. Don't be so tense. But my brother never jokes around with strangers.
Oh my god, that's so great as well. I know it's so cool. So again, it's not. Again, I always want to make it clear. It's not me being like, oh, I figured it because I didn't. Right? It's one of those things where it's just like when I was like, oh yeah, Sunday has like a different presence about him, but then Sunday's joking with him as well. I was like, oh Sunday, you just saved him, because I was like, oh, that's a nice joke to like put this guy at ease. But like, that joke was out of place.
I watched as he smoothed away the sharp corners of himself. Bit by bit, hiding them in the deepest corners of his heart.
What the hell? This has to be Sparkle, right?
Stop insulting my elder brother. Otherwise, you won't
Robin.
just be dealing with the family. You'll be dealing with me too.
Oh my god, Robin. I genuinely think that this was I think a lot of people watch this and were like, oh, okay. Like a lot of girls watch this and were like, I'm gay. I just realized. Look, listen to her here. Oh no, we don't get to hear the line again. We can hear this tone though.
Stop insulting my elder brother.
Stop insulting my. I never heard Robin talk like this. This is so cool. It has to be Sparkle, right? It has to be.
And here I thought
Yeah.
you'd enjoy my little creative spin I'd put on him.
Because again, we knew Sparkle was here. We know Sparkle was just talked about earlier on. Man, Sparkle's design is so cool, isn't it? Like, the colors are so bright and vibrant. Oh my god. And she pulled Robin away here as well to talk to her. I love that, because I legit was like, oh, I got it wrong. She knew about Sunday somehow beforehand, and then maybe that was part of the fragments we didn't realize were actually a part of, like, the story, but, like, were maybe lost. No, it's just that she suspected it was someone else. And of course she'd know her freaking brother, man. Of course.
Don't you think he's more likable that way?
Oh my god. They really made Sparkle's design really great though, again, because it's like, it's even like the blush and the hair and the colors are so vibrant. She's adorable, right? But again, we know she's also like an absolutely like devastating menace.
I trust you're mentally prepared to face the consequences of posing as a family head on Penacony.
Robin, man. This side of Robin.
Jeez, I didn't expect to get played by a little bird.
Bird? the voice acting?
But do you really think you've got what it takes? There's no shortage of people trying to catch me, chicken-winged girl.
Oh my god, the insults.
What makes you so special?
Because Sparkle's done this before, right? She pretended to be Robin. After what happened with Robin.
This place is still governed by the 5 lineages. And along the way, you've seen how many of their members are stationed
Is
here.
that the 5 families? What, like Soprano, was this, Soprano, I forget their names of the family in New York. I know there's families in Jersey too as well.
Besides, here at the edge of the dreamscape, I can also...
Robin. Huh?
What do you mean, can? You think you can get your lost power back?
Oh my god, the eyebrows as well. She is being so mean here.
I'll give credit where it's due. You must be quite talented to have been chosen as a Chordmaster for the Charmony Festival. You're also quite clever. You almost got everything right, except for one thing.
And what's that one thing?
Silent little bird. Have you considered that maybe your sweet dreams never changed at all? They just stopped welcoming you because you grew up.
Wait, what do you mean by that? Because you grew up?
Like a mask. Once you wear it for too long, you can never take it off.
Oh, this is a great way. Again, Sparkle's already very mischievous, like Joker-style character, right? Like the energy of like a mischief maker, right? So having her like pop in and out, and showing up in different locations surrounding Robin, really adds to that kind of like very frantic, like, you know, off the wall type of nature that really Sparkle has underneath the kind of very quiet, sinister nature of her as well.
As for that mask of yours, is it really called the Harmony?
Interesting. Wait, so did she? Oh, I wonder, did she know about the stuff that was happening with Ina at this point as well? Because she's saying here, like, when you lost the powers because you grew up, right? Is it a thing that, like, maybe, like, she's become so distant from that power at this point as well? Like a mask, once you wear it for too long, you can never take it off. If you pretend to be someone for so long, or if you present yourself as someone for being long, you eventually become that thing. Have you ever heard of, like, that thing where, like, you know, I actually knew a guy at one point that talked in vocal fry because he thought it was cooler, and then, like, he just did that for the rest of his life. You know? I think that, like, obviously he's not dead. I'm saying, but, like, he's, you know, even now, but, like, I wonder if it's like that thing as well. It's like, if she says, and is this mask yours, is really called a Harmony. So if she doesn't have, like, a mask of Harmony at this point, and she's had it for so long, is it a thing that, like, she can't take it off again?
The twin of the Order.
The Order?
Oh.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
You know what they say. Robins will fight tooth and nail to protect their territory, even at the cost of their own lives. Looks like that name suits you pretty well.
So we know Sparkle had, like, a lot of insight to what was happening in Penacony already, right? We know this. But she mentioned, like, the twin of the Order already, which, again, the Order is Ina, right? So she obviously, like, knew stuff even at this point.
Oh, right on schedule. Gray hair should be wrapping up soon. Miss Sparkle, time to head to the
What
next
just happened with
scene.
Robin, though? Like, she said... Did Robin just disappear? Or did she go to a different location? Like, what happened there? Wait.
Let's roll!
Oh, now she's pretending to be Sample. Oh, wait, she was pretending to be Sample the whole time, wasn't she? I think she was.
Oh my! I thought I could fool your eyes at the edge of the dreamscape. But I guess there's no hiding from you on your home turf.
What the hell? Who's this now?
What? You want to settle the score with me for messing with your people? Why don't we sit down and have a chat? You seem like a patient one to me.
Are you okay, Sparkle? Are you okay?
So tell me, what exactly do you want to take from me?
Who are you talking to? Holy freaking hell, what just happened?
How are you feeling? Need to take
What
a
happened
break?
to Robin? Was that right before she got, like, she was killed? Was she killed somehow? Like, you remember when she got stabbed? Okay. Okay. Need to take a break? I need to take several breaks. How's Robin doing?
The fool killed her. And the crime scene you witnessed was staged by her.
Wait. Sparkle killed her in that moment? Wait. What?
Of course, there's no such thing as true death on Penacony. For Robin, this is just a minor setback.
But does that mean, like, did we know that before that Sparkle killed Robin? Like, she just killed her? The things are more complicated than I remember, yeah.
That stage is called the Sweet Dream. Everyone upon it carries their own desires, striving to see them fulfilled. Yet when those desires intertwine and collide, the sparks that fly are dazzling, and clarity itself becomes obscured.
Everyone upon it carries their own desires, striving to see them fulfilled. Yet when those desires intertwine and collide, the sparks that fly are dazzling, and clarify itself becomes obscured. Okay. I'm fine, let's continue.
Before we continue, I have one more question. We've spent some time together. So at this moment, how do you feel about me?
Confused. Absolutely confused. I feel pretty good. Why? What's wrong? What feeling?
How much are you willing to trust me?
I don't know. I feel sick.
As a matter of fact, I've appeared in your memories before. And similarly, it was related to Penacony.
Then tell me when. Tell me when and when you did it. Don't speak in riddles here. Tell me when.
That's exactly what I like to hear. Let's continue.
You know what's so funny? I said like tell me when and don't speak in riddles. Literally, like they can't because they memories become distorted if you try and explain them without showing them.
Let's follow that train of thought and delve deeper. Even I don't know about your experiences in Dream's Edge. When I asked Firefly about it, she declined to give an answer.
Maybe it's because it was so personal.
But judging from her expression, I believe it must have been a beautiful and unforgettable time that belonged to just the two of you. And Sparkle wasn't just here for fun. She's in cahoots with the Stellaron Hunters. She disguised herself as someone from your past, using every means possible to hint at the truth of the dreamscape. In the end, she simply sent you both deep into the dreamscape.
Wait. Okay, let me hear more of this first of all.
What a kind-hearted fool she was. Thanks to her, you and Firefly managed to uncover a piece of Watchmaker Mikhail's past. And the dangers that lurk within. A memory zone meme. Something unto death.
This is what, I remember exactly. This is what happened,
At least back then, you mistakenly thought it was dangerous.
We went back. Firefly put us to sleep at the time, and we entered into this zone here as well. And this is what led us to meet Black Swan. It's what led us to uncover more truths about the Watchmaker. But also, I remember at the time thinking, I said in my post discussions, I think at the time, that I believed that Sparkle, while being mischievous and kind of crazy at the time, was trying to help in some ways. Always was dropping hints of stuff that was happening in Penacony. Like, always. She knew more than anybody at the time as well, or like at least knew like some stuff with the past too. And if she was working the Stellar Hunters, then like her actions make like, complete sense. But at the time I thought that like, she wasn't just doing something off the wall. I thought she genuinely was like helping. I thought she genuinely was like, like underneath all the like really bad stuff she was doing, it felt like she had like a purpose to everything, right? For sure.
With the help of a, let's say, graceful memo keeper lady, you managed to escape from there. But in the rush, you and Firefly got separated. And her experiences afterward might differ from what you remember.
That's when she got stabbed, right? She got stabbed by the memory zone meme?
I was there at that time, too.
Wait, for real? So again, we're going back to Firefly again.
See you next time.
Man, we're seeing this cutscene again?
Hurry.
Don't worry, I've got you. How are you feeling?
Wait, this happened... So again, we're seeing different context to what happened after this as well.
Passing through Memoria so suddenly always leaves you in a daze. That memo keeper had ulterior motives. She could have sent all of you away, but deliberately kept you behind.
What happened just now?
It's a memory zone meme. Some Penaconian legends mentioned it and called it death. I caught something unusual, but couldn't get a clear look at it.
So after Robin and I got separated, while we went on our own path as well, which eventually would lead to Firefly getting stabbed through the chest, she met up with the Dahlia.
But I saw it. In that instant, before it was about to strike, a reflection of another dreamscape appeared in its pupils. It was somewhat similar to the 12 Hours, yet the atmosphere was completely different. What if death doesn't exist in sweet dreams? Or so they say. But what if that's not a lie? Perhaps death is just sinking into a deeper dreamscape.
That is sinking into a deeper dreamscape?
Too bad. A nosy memo keeper had to show up. Next time we meet, leave it to me. I'll give her an experience she won't soon forget.
So she's definitely at odds with Black Swan as well. But she said, what if death doesn't exist in sweet dreams? Or they say, what if it's not a lie? Perhaps death is just sinking deeper into a deeper dreamscape. I don't know.
Every time you say that, it's always you who seems to be having fun. This time, try not to go overboard.
And of course she knows her because she's also a Stellar Hunter. Does that mean she pretended to be a part of like the Everflame Mansion? Or was she just part of both?
It's not necessarily a bad thing. If I really do meet my end, I won't have a chance to tell them the truth anyway. Are they still around?
Wait, so who would they not tell the truth? To tell Black Swan the truth?
I can't sense them anymore.
Or Stell?
I'm afraid they must have gone back to reality.
Hold on. Still no good. I can't get in touch with Silverwolf in the primordial dreamscape.
So that lost connection with Silverwolf is only coming in and out, I guess. She had it when she was above in Penacony, right? But not here in the primordial dreamscape. Dahlia?
I left her a message. If she gets it, she'll help guide her back here. Or we could head back to reality first and get in touch with Silverwolf.
Hold on. Recklessly crossing through the dreamscape now would be far more dangerous than before.
What's the matter?
Death caused such a huge commotion that the omnipotent being within the sweet dream has turned its gaze upon this place.
Gopherwood? Because, okay, so the Dream Master Gopherwood is now watching this area, okay. And that's why Dahlia can maybe picked up when she did this. She picked up on that? Okay.
Then aren't we?
We should be fine for now. Death has his attention. As long as we are careful, we won't be exposed.
As we found out later on, the Memory Zone meme was like just a bus, right, to the other part of Penacony.
In fact,
the Dreamflux
within
Reef.
this dreamscape, we might find a way to strike back against him.
Sure. So they're talking about like Gopher.
Before you arrived, I did some digging around. From what I've learned, he buried his darkest crimes right here. Whatever it is, I believe it'll be of some use. Let's go look for it before they come back.
So, we are 100% aware of...
It's that Memory Zone meme. Be careful.
Well, we know what's going to happen to Robin here as well, but we are 100%... Oh, look at the chest here. We are 100% aware that Dahlia was here, right? We knew she was here because she connected with, was it... Did she connect with Acheron at the time, or was it... I remember the scene where she was talking to the phone. Was it Acheron or Black Swan? I'll have to look back on that scene as well. But now she's saying that she found some of Gopherwood's dark secrets here as well. At this point in time, he is watching this place, so it's hard to kind of like maybe drift in between the different dreamscapes now, and it might be harder to go up top now when he's like being so vigilant about this place as well, so it might be dangerous also. And Death has caught his attention at this time too. He also said that Black Swan has some ulterior motives, which right now, if I'm not mistaken, Black Swan is working with Aventurine, right? At this very moment in time. I know they have their own motives as well, but like Black Swan right now is working with Aventurine to save Stell, wasn't it? Or to separate Stell from Firefly? Am I wrong about that? I'll have to look back on that as well, because again, it was so long. It's been nearly a year. It's been nearly a year at this point since we went to Penacony. So it is one of those things where it's going to be something that's not totally fresh in my mind as well. But I think that's what they're trying to say here as well. So I'm gonna end the first part here of this. I know it's one of those situations where, like, we haven't really dented at all, like, what is happening here in this, but I do feel like, you know, we have, like, added, like, a foundation of mystery to this, which, again, I feel like this is, like, I don't know if this is something that happened recently, but it feels very more recent when it comes to, like, Amphoreus, and maybe it's, like, led into these stories as well, where I feel like a lot of, like, the storytelling in this story is very much, like, a kind of, like, pure mystery to the point of, like, you're not even aware fully, like, where you stand in the moment. Because even though I'm looking right at Firefly, I'm looking right at Robin, I'm hearing stuff come from Dahlia's mouth, and there's stuff that makes sense, there's always a layer of just, like, constantly, what's happening? Like, why are we doing this? Why, you know? I know it's, like, to like, you know, remember the finality. I know it's, like, to remember the parts of our memory that was stolen or whatever. But it is still one of those things where, like, I feel like it's become a very Honkai Star Rail thing sometimes to be like, what? And then eventually you go, oh, you know, it's like, that's the Honkai Star Rail experience now, which is like, what? Huh? Oh, you know? Whereas I feel like with the Jan show on Balabog, it was like, oh, so this is what's happening. That's dastardly, you know? That's what's happening, and that's why this is happening. And then, like, it's just a different way of storytelling now, I think, as well. And, like, the thing is, like, it's not that they don't still have those moments where you're like, oh, I get what's happening with this character right now, I get what this character's saying. It's just that I feel like the overarching story a lot of times now, from Amphoreus to now, is more, like, mysterious and clouded than it was. And maybe it's only just because this mystery is to do with dreams, or the story's to do with dreams, and then Amphoreus was to do with, like, cycles, and that's why, like, it is kind of, like, wrapped in a lot of, like, mysterious, crazy stuff. And, like, Arcadia might be different. But I do think that for sure that they are going for more of, like, a guess what's happening? And you're like, well, I don't know. Who guess? You're like, no, I don't know. Which, again, I don't think is a bad or a good thing. I just think it's very different, maybe. Because, like, it's one of those things where, like, I have to let my brain adapt to the way that the storytelling happens in Honkai Star Rail now. Because while, like, I love a good mystery, I think I was, you know, like, we will still always, like, you know, talk about every single line that a character says in terms of, like, a line that stands out to us, like, oh, they said this because maybe this made them feel this way. Or they're saying this because they're hurt in this way. Or when they mention something about, like, that's something that happens that we can understand in the moment, be like, oh, like, that makes sense. And I still will always try to decipher, like, maybe, like, what a character means or what a story is trying to say or where we're going, because that's fun, right? But I also feel like I have to let my brain adapt to the idea that at some points in the story of Honkai Star Rail, I will be sitting here kind of being like, huh? And it's okay to sit there, because I don't think Honkai Star Rail, you know, there's some stories where you're going, huh, throughout the whole thing, and, you know, later on you find out that, like, there is, like, a situation where the writer wanted you to, like, be following it, and then it's like, oh, okay. But I feel like with this, it's, like, intentionally, like, what is happening for a reason, right? It's to do with dreams, our lost memories, or something gets missing here. We're seeing, like, all like this kind of, like, alternate version of, like, events that we didn't know about, like the stuff with Robin following Firefly and the stuff of Dahlia being there. So it is intentionally supposed to be like, huh? Which, again, I don't think is necessarily a bad thing. It just means that we're gonna have to, like, adapt our thinking a bit and be like, and be okay with, like, being confused, right? Because there's different types of confusion. I feel like confusion that you can feel like you're sparsing through it. Like, for example, the time with Cyrene and the conversation about, like, you know, the choices that she had, where she was going to stay behind in the memories and, like, go through the cycles to prevent Iron Tomb. That moment with Herta, like, that was confusion, but it was fun to, like, sparse through. But then there's also going to be the type of confusion, like, for example, like the allegory and the metaphors about the flower and the frozen flower and all this stuff too, where I think they, instead of wanting you to decipher in the moment, they probably just kind of want you to be like, you know, something's happening here and they're building up to something, and then eventually you're gonna be like, oh, I get it. Even though, like, people said, like, at the time, and I mentioned this during this video too, a lot of times I will, like, doubt myself, and people are like, no, you understood it. It's just, you know, it's easy to doubt yourself when there's so many, like, confusing aspects happening. But yeah, I think it's just one of those things to let yourself sit in the confusion while also still trying to decipher as much as possible is the best way to go about Honkai Star Rail now, I feel like, when it comes to a lot of the stories and things like this too. Great introduction to, like, a story though, and, like, a very out there and, like, off the wall crazy moment to begin with, because, like, when Dahlia showed up in the Astral Express, I think what they did so fantastically about this is that I instantly thought I was doing something wrong, and that to me is, like, a really meta cool way of telling a story, right, where the story kind of adapts to who I am as well, like, playing a game. So I'm sitting here being like, wait, did I click on the wrong mission? Did I go into out of order? Did I miss a mission? That to me is like really means that what they've done is effective, right? That to me, it says like they have like been able to make the story so like intentionally like, oh my god, wait, why is she here? Just like Stella's confused, like I as the player can be like, wait, did I miss something? You know what I mean? That makes it feel like, oh yeah, we're both in this confusion. We're both like, oh my god, did something happen here? While Stella's going like, wait, what? Like the player is also going, wait, did I miss a side quest? Did I skip? But then when they start talking about like, oh, she was here for this, she was here for that, which seems to be like interesting to me as well when it comes to the Dahlia, because the Dahlia has added so much lore to the story that we didn't know before, to the point that like it feels like a retcon. Right? It feels like she's like adding herself to like I feel like she's the type of character to be like, you know, Jesus, when he was resurrected, that was me. And you're like, what? Like, you know, like I feel like she's gonna be adding herself to like a lot of like different things like that. And in this sense, like you see like, you know, where she's like she in her own mind, she was able to add herself to, or the other characters, like she was able to add herself to kind of like the history of like different regions we've been to. She said that she was responsible for like, you know, saving our lives multiple times, even though we know that's not like, the case whatsoever. There's a lot of the, like these different moments where it's like that you weren't there, which like then leads me to believe that like, is there like a thing where like maybe the Dahlia is still like being weird about these memories? Is she telling us the full truth? You know what I mean? Again, because she is like a very mysterious character. Like all of a sudden we find out she's from the Stellar Hunters. All of a sudden we find out that she's been with like Firefly and like, you know, Firefly. What again? I say like Firefly never mentioned it, but like I guess like it's one of those things. If it is a missing part of the memory, then I wonder if like it's Firefly even remembers it either, you know. But it is like one of those things where it's like this character is still very mysterious. We don't know what we can fully think about her at this moment, but it is a very interesting way of like doing this, because again, it is like a bunch of like not even retcons, but a bunch of like, oh, I was actually there. I was actually talking to Firefly. Firefly knows me. I know Elio. I'm actually a Stellar Hunter. I guess maybe we shouldn't explain like how she's a Stellar Hunter and an Everflame Mansion person as well, that she like poses an Everflame Mansion person. But like earlier on, she was trying to like, you know, do this thing with her brain where she was trying to be like, I'm a Stellar Hunter as well. You know, I was part of the crew as well, until Kafka came in and was like kind of like, you know, reminding us of like, you know, something there as well and kind of snaps us out of it. She is a very interesting character. She's a very like off the wall kind of crazy character. So it already feels like one of those things where I think it's healthy to be sitting here questioning whether she is a reliable narrator as well, right? While we can sit here and be like, oh, she's a really interesting character who's guiding us through these things, it's possible that someone like, you know, 100% stole our memories, or because again we know that's a possibility, right? Because the memo snatchers are really good at like, you know, erasing people's memories or like, you know, putting to the side. So like it's not out of the question, but there is also a thing of just like, you know, why does Elio want us to remember this right now? Why does she in this moment like want to tell us these aspects of the story? Why exactly are we following this? You know, why did we vision Kafka in that moment? Why? And I think it's so healthy to be like at this, but to be like, oh yeah, that could totally happen, right? Our memories could totally be erased. Our memories could totally, like all this stuff. That's 100% a possibility. While also thinking to ourselves, how reliable is the Dahlia? You know what I mean? And I think it's totally healthy also to be like, how reliable is the Dahlia? And I think that maybe it's in some ways like it's unfair because I went away before I did this discussion and came back. So it's one of those things like, well, I'm editing and I'm kind of like, you know, maybe like it defeats the purpose a little bit, but I think it's not a bad thing to be like, wait, like, how reliable is she? While also still being like, well, I'm along for the ride, so I think it's I think it's totally fair to be like that. It's like, that's the you know, Let's Play is different from like playing like normally, because again, like while there's stuff that I miss, there's also stuff that I have like the advantage of being like having all footage, all video, being able to look back over and be like, oh yeah, this and this and this. But I'm able to like so I came to the conclusion after editing that I was kind of like yeah, this is totally like 100% no beyond a shadow of a doubt something that like very much like could happen. But then it's also like the Dahlia just like all of a sudden is being like injected into our life. You know what I mean? Like in this such a quick fashion in every aspect. She was with Firefly. She knew about Robin. She's a Stellar Hunter now. She knows Elio. She's you know, she was able to put herself in the Astral Express and change people's minds there. So I think it's totally healthy to be like, why is she doing this? And also at the same time to acknowledge that like it's totally like 100% a possibility that yeah, she could just be helping with our memories for her own specific reasons as well. I think it's totally healthy to look at it that way, 100%. She showed us like a lot of stuff here, but like what the Dahlia basically said to us is that she wanted us to remember a part of our memory that was gone, and there's like a finality that like we have to remember as well. And she even showed us like a dead version of her body because she was kind of ourselves, because she was kind of like, hey, look, this is another possibility of Penacony. This could happen to you too. And I think that's like, again, something that aligns with what we kind of like know, is that there is like countless possibilities that happened when it came to the Stellar Hunters. The Stellar Hunters have been actively keeping us alive. Because if we went on the wrong path, we know for a fact that we would have suffered immensely, or some other world would have suffered immensely. We talk about this all the time, how if Stell never got on the Astral Express, the world ends. Like, that is how important Stell is to getting on the Astral Express. If she never got on the Astral Express in that moment, the world is dead. And I think that's like totally like what they're trying to stretch here as well, is that it's not just like the Stellar Hunters saving our lives. The Stellar Hunters are saving the world. They factually, legitimately are saving the world. Yes, it's for their own means, but you can deny it all they want. The Stellar Hunters are like a force for good, technically, in this world, at least for the moment. Like, this is factual. Like, this isn't even an opinion. If the Stellar Hunters aren't guiding Stell to the right directions here, if the Stellar Hunters aren't so sure, and again, the reason, I guarantee you the reason that they put her on the space station in the first place was they were so sure she would get on the Astral Express. Like, they 100% are technically saving the world. Because saving Stell is saving the world. I say this about, like, Genshin as well all the time, too, whereas, like, if someone saves the Traveler, they save the world. You know, if someone saves Stell, they're saving the world. And I think it's a really important, like, you know, distinction to make as well there, also. But yeah, like, we get to see Firefly. Firefly, before she goes into the dream, she talks about, like, having a reunion with us as well, which is, like, really, really sweet. But she sees the world in, like, a different fashion when she enters into the dream. Like, she sees, like, you know, a kind of a different reality to Silverwolf, and Silverwolf's kind of confused about, like, why is she seeing this? How can she see this? And all these things. But, like, their mission, I believe, if I remember correctly, with the mission for Firefly was to guide Stell. Was it towards the Watchmaker's legacy? Because I think she did help a lot with that stuff, right? Maybe that's what it was. Because there wasn't, like, you know, I don't think Ellie was just going to be proved, like, hey, even though, you know, I'm sure all Stellar Hunters care about each other, I'm sure it's not Ellie just being like, hey, just give her a break. Give her a break in Penacony, you know? But I do think that's what it was, right? But they guide themselves into Penacony. They're trying to find a way to infiltrate Penacony. But they obviously talk about how, like, Firefly is way too powerful to go into Penacony as well. Because she'll be noticed right away by the family, because the family is ever watching stuff and always watching stuff. And that makes total sense, because Firefly, like, is a... If I'm not mistaken, again, she was... And we talked about... I looked back on one of the trailers as well, because we had the information about, like, the AR-214. And the idea behind... you know, Firefly is that, like, she was a creation that was built to fight the Swarm, right? She was a creation that was built to fight, like, these crazy creatures. So the power that the Samsuit has is like a devastating, like, powerful, obliterating weapon. It's just that because of the Swarm battle, I think sometimes we think, like, oh, they're not as strong as we think they are. The Swarm is a gigantic problem, and that was a crazy slaughter. But, like, if there was 1,000 or 1,000,000 Sams right now, like those suits once again, fighting against Sunday in the final boss battle of Penacony, Sunday is gone. You know what I mean? It's over. Because these are, like, actual, like bred for destruction. Even one of them is, like, so freaking powerful. Which is so funny that, like, you know, like, and that goes for anyone who's in that suit as well. Like, you know, I rewatched the shared, was it Beneath the Shared Stars or Sky? Which is a beautiful trailer, by the way, but, like, I just wanted to get a feel for, like, you know, the characters and, like, the emotions that they had there as well. But, like, these are all, like, beautiful people that, like, deserve to like hold, you know, delicate flowers in their hands, but we're holding, you know, weaponry in their hand instead. But yeah, she's so powerful that she would have just, like, absolutely, like, destroyed everything in her wake also. Firefly obviously then she starts seeing, like, you know, the Swarm. She says she can't look away, and I wonder if it's a thing because of what happened to her people. She's like, I can't look away from this. Like, there's nothing in my mind that allow me to, like, look away from the Swarm. Because probably because she never wants something like that to happen again to people as well, and it probably plays in her mind in such a way too. But she gets separated from Silverwolf, and she eventually does get to meet up with Stell, which again, I actually really like these moments. I surprisingly thought, like, because again, I think I want to know you guys' opinion, because I think there probably will be a subset of people that didn't like the idea of going through the story of Penacony again, almost like in a way, kind of like Eclipse episode in some ways. Like there is kind of like a feeling like we're going back through a bunch, like a story that happens here and a story that like we've already seen. But I do kind of like the added extra like context and like the kind of like different lost memory aspect to this too. Because again, Firefly is able to witness like, you know, another Glamoth soldier there. Because she's able to, and I love the moment where she's like, oh my god, like I know what this is like. I know this destruction. I know this like, you know, brutality. I know where this is from. And she's able to witness this. And she says something about them being like, maybe like here, this is their nightmare and these memories. I wonder if like that, you know, Glamoth soldier is trapped here within this Penaconian like, you know, place, destroying these swarm over and over again. And that could be a possibility also. But yeah, she gets to meet up with Estelle. And then that's when like Robin also, we see Robin, and we know Robin like us already, she knew that there was something wrong with Penacony. And she knew that there was something infected by Penacony, which was affecting her as well, but she just didn't know it was Sunday at the time. And I talk about this whole episode, how they beautifully wrote Robin here as well, how they have her being like that optimistic, beautiful person that is so needed within Penacony, but also having her like be suspicious as well, which is who Robin was. Robin is a pillar of optimism and beauty, and I think that keeps people going. Yes, you could say it's very commercialized as well, as we always talk about as well. Robin is a character who like love her to death. She is exactly what they say she is in terms of like this beautiful hope and this pillar of hope for everybody. But that was also commercialized to the point that like there's no doubt in my mind that like her posters are put on the wall to also subdue people. Because again, no matter what, as a kid, when I would get home from school, I knew no matter what, there was an episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Waiting for me. And at 6 p.m. every day, you get to watch a new episode of The Simpsons. Those things were like a constant in your life. And in the same way that as a kid is walking through Penacony, or someone's not even a kid maybe, but like an adult's walking through Penacony and they see like a poster of Robin, and even if there's a day where they get doubts about Penacony, they go, how can Penacony be so bad when we have this gal here? I know it sounds so silly, but that's how it works. Like, look at this gal here. They deify her, right? They deify her in a lot of ways where it's like her and Sunday are almost like gods, you know? Which, you know, Sunday eventually gets the power that almost like is like a god too. But yeah, she can sense there's like a something within Ina's power that is not exactly good here. Dahlia said that there is something also like, you know, that we forgot about this part too, with Robin being able to figure, she's following, you know, Firefly and Stella around the place, which again, we didn't know happened originally. I think, I'm pretty sure it didn't happen originally, because I feel like I would have remembered Robin like looking at Sampo. That's an iconic frame, you know, even though that was like technically like, you know, Sparkle as well. But yeah, Robin continues her investigation. She is trying to like, you know, find out where like Stella and Firefly have gone. It's not out of the realm of possibility that Robin would be like, you know, suspicious of these characters. And that's where she meets Sparkle. And this is something that like is kind of confusing that happened here. Like when Sparkle like made Robin like disappear, they said that she killed her, but like since it's in the memory, it doesn't really like mean actual death. Does she just go to like the place, the darker place again? But we know that like regardless, you know, she was so cool in this scene. Robin like was so vicious and like biting and strong, which again does explain Robin. Robin is like one of the most optimistic, beautiful people in the world, but like she's not someone who's going to stand for any injustice or anything that's kind of a disrespect. And I love that like you see in the same frame here, right? Sunday is so pained and insulted that Sparkle would pretend to be Robin. Robin is so insulted that someone would pretend to be Sunday. I think what's so important about those two things there is that it showcases like how you would react to someone impersonating your family, but also at the same time too, the love that Robin and Sunday have for each other and the respect they have for each other. Because even though Robin suspects that Penacony is absolutely, you know, infected and destroyed or something's happening here, she will always have this love and trust for Sunday. And then even though Sunday is like, you know, plotting this stuff behind the scenes, he's doing stuff that is like, again, less than good behind the scenes. One thing that stays true from him is that the reason he's doing things is for Robin. So on his side, he's like, don't disrespect Robin. On Sunday's side, on Robin's side, she's like, don't disrespect Sunday. Because again, they're what they had when they grew up. They are like their rock. They are everything that they have between them. And I think it's like such a like an important relationship in that sense. If that makes sense, like I think it's just a really powerful scene as well, even if I don't understand fully like what Sparkle had done. But Sparkle was, you know, guiding us towards something, which again, I kind of thought was the case back in the day. And I think it probably was like explained probably fully like that. but there was like a particular idea that Sparkle was guiding us towards something in this story. She knew more than anybody at every single point in the story. I'm surprised Sparkle didn't turn to the camera and be like, oh yeah, by the way, Ina, you know, like she knew so much, but she was like having fun, which by the way, great writing, by the way. Now, I don't know if I've ever talked about that. Giving one of the characters who like is so mischievous and loves a bit of mischief and fun, the kind of like go ahead to be a character that has all the mysteries behind them is such a perfect idea, because like, you know, the question would be all the time is like, why aren't they just telling us what they know? And the answer you can give back for Sparkle is like, well, it's Sparkle. It's like, oh yeah, I guess so. Yeah. It's like, yeah, but what? It really? It's like, yeah, that's why it is. It's like the reason why they're not telling us everything they know in that moment and making the story a lot shorter is because it's Sparkle. Like, Sparkle is a masked fool. She adheres to the masked fool ideals. It's much more fun to watch it play out and just do the bare minimum what she has to do here, which is get Stell towards the Watchmaker's legacy and all the stuff in between. Yeah, it makes perfect sense why they wouldn't just reveal everything that's happening there in the story as well. But yeah, they kind of explain other things that already happened in the story. And then we find out that Firefly and the Dahlia at one point were working together. The Dahlia explains how they can't just like leave right now because it will send off Gopherwood. Gopher will know something's happening. But again, this is another one of those aspects where Dahlia is like, you know, has like now explained that she was here a lot of these times too. Which to our brain, it's something that like we can accept and also not accept, right? Because for us, it's one of those situations where like nobody mentioned the Dahlia, but then you can also be like, well, the memory was like erased, right? So there's something that changed about the memory here. Or you could also say like, you know, natural conversation. You're not always going to be like, oh yeah, I met up with like the other Stellar Hunter Dahlia, you know? You're not going to just do that. You know what I mean? And also like the idea, you could say like, well, how come we never heard about like, you know, the Dahlia being a Stellar Hunter before this? I think there's two answers here. It's like, yeah, it's like one of those things. Should you be weary of the Dahlia? Yes, but also at the same time too, the Stellar Hunters not revealing everything about their organization to the player is just normal. It's very normal. We found out that Stell was like someone who like, you know, beautifully in a cute way used to follow Kafka around everywhere from a line from Blade. You know what I mean? We found out that like, you know, Firefly and Stell used to be best buds from, again, later into the story of Penacony. It's not something they just reveal to you. They're not just going to stand there and go like, it's me, Kafka, time to tell you the whole story. Because I know for a fact Kafka, if she wanted to, she could tell us everything, but they obviously have a plan and an idea, and they're trying to save the world here in their own sense, even for their own motivations. But yeah, I think the way we're coming away from this, and I think it's a healthy way to do it, I am weary of the Dahlia. But I also acknowledge that like it's also one of those things where it's like, even if it's like if like her narration isn't perfect, it's something that could happen, right? It's something that could happen. But I think it's okay to be weary of the Dahlia. I think it's okay to be like, you know, something's happening here. But I think that it's such an interesting way of telling the story. I'm actually like not opposed to it whatsoever. You know, I think one of the things that like in my mind, you know, it can get confusing, but I do kind of like the framing device of having the Dahlia sit with us at a table. It makes like it feel very like personal with the Dahlia. I kind of like going back to the other stories once again, because there is like this feeling of like, you know, it feels like a clip show, but at the same time too, like there's not a pain to like, you know, seeing these characters again and then adding some extra context to whether it be like the AR-214 or Robin and Sparkle or Firefly and the Dahlia. There's like added context here that we didn't realize before. And like, it's one of those things where like, in terms of like the idea of, you know, whether it's, you want to call it a retcon or adding to the story, I wonder if it is a thing where like, there's aspects that I didn't notice maybe of like Penacony that maybe some fans are like, oh, now that makes sense. Oh, now that makes sense. Because for me, I'm just like, oh, cool, new story. But like, I wonder if there's some parts about Penacony I'm remembering that like didn't all connect together. Maybe this connects everything in some ways. Like, why did Robin show up in this moment? Why did this character show up in that moment? You know, it's an interesting thing. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Thanks so much for all supporting this series. Honkai Star Rail has been really fantastic. And I will say we will be going to Arcadia very, very soon. Someone said like 5 episodes, and like I think that's like not a bad bet. I don't want to promise 5 episodes because you know what will happen? I'll get to 5 episodes and then be like, like maybe I want to do this side quest. It could happen. You know, it definitely could happen. But we will see exactly how that goes down. But if you want to see these videos early, you can do so on YouTube members or on Patreon for €1, which is the lowest tier that you can go on the YouTube members or Patreon, and you get every single Honkai Star Rail video early. If you want to see your name go by in the text credits, which is going by right now, that is the €10 tier, and that is the Chunky Baby Gangsta tier, and you get your name in the credits of every single video that's made. And if you want to hear your name shouted out at the end of every single video, that is the I Can Never Repay the Baby Gangsta tier, which is the highest tier, which is the €15 tier. And that is my patrons and YouTube members at the highest tier that get a shout out every single video as well. I want to shout out first the patrons at the highest tier, that being Typharo2, Jamie Bull, John and the Banana, The Ghost of Inazuma, Delicious Felix, Yuld, Anusta, Yassassin, True Beta Butter, Peter Shelson, Leon, Heike Sparian, Neo Showerite, Leo 200, Malcolm Hyundai, Axler21, and the highest tier of my YouTube members, Blasco and Lucinagi. I'll see you guys very, very soon. Bye-bye.